Hey, yo, check this out. That was dope, but that joint was too long. I ain't gonna hold you. So I'm gonna fix that. Man, yo, listen. Welcome to the Undisputed Pop Off Podcast. Yo, I want to introduce a group of people, man, that I've been riding with for a while now, man, and I think the gatekeepers are really trying to hide this, but right today we're gonna bring this to the front line. I want to introduce to y'all a league, a new league, Xbox League, um, the Fight Factory Boxing League, man. So what's going on, man? Y'all talk to me. Who all we got in the building, yo?
What's good, man? It's your boy Kirko in the building representing Fight Factory and Pop Off Gaming.
Who else up in here, man?
We got Black 730 in the building
Shout out to
tonight.
Black.
Yeah, you gonna put me on the big screen.
Hey,
That's
Black.
crazy. It was good with y'all.
It's good to have you up in here, my brother. Who else is going up in
So,
here?
man, we got White Iverson 870 representing from the Fight Factory.
Shout out to White Iverson in the building. Who else we got up in this joint?
Zell, he's also part of Fight Factory.
Fight Factory in the building. Yo, hold on. We got my man. Introduce yourself, my brother.
Look, we got Greens 901. You feel me? Represent Pop Off Gaming and Fight Factory. We in the building.
That's a fact. Listen, boy. And we got Minnesota Cold Talk on Mrs. Riri in the building. She handles a lot of accessories and probably like the backbone of the Minnesota Cold Talk podcast. So shout out to her. She gonna help us out, man, because we need that feminine touch when it comes to certain things up in here. She gonna help us out. But look, let's start it up, man. We were supposed to go live the other day, and I set the podcast wrong. We only did like eight minutes, and we cut it off, so I didn't get a chance to finish it. So, man, let's talk about what's been going on in the boxing video game news. So the new thing they're talking about right now is EA Sports $55 billion buyout. What does this mean for the future of boxing? All right, listen. Who all in here right now is Fight Night fans? Who Fight Night fans in the building? Y'all fight. Black, how about you? Unmute your mic, Black.
I say y'all already know I'm from the Fight Night community, man. Like, you know, I rocked hard with that game. We was on that shit hard. You know, so I was like, you know what I mean? Like, I would love to see a new Fight Night game. It's gonna be new people owning it or whatever, or they new buyers. They said the CEO going to remain in place over there at EA, but they just got new owners or whatever. So whatever that means, you know, we can just wait and see how what's going to happen.
All right, let's check this out. I'm gonna play a video. I want and then we could talk about it because a lot of people are excited about the Fight Night brand, man. A lot of people miss it.
And I think that'll be the death of Undisputed, though. If they come back.
You think that for real? That's how you feel?
They got the money, you know. The Undisputed are going to have to really step the money side up.
You know what? I'm glad you said that. Let me go ahead and play this video.
Game, set, match. Fight Night will be coming back. Oh, wait. And how can we forget this? Saudi Arabia, they are not by themselves in buying out EA Sports for $55 billion. Another investment group that's a part of that buyout is managed by Jared Kushner. Jared Kushner.
All right, I had to stop it. Okay, so that we just seen that not only was it bought out though, it was a partnership buyout over $55 billion. You know, $55 billion. Now look. Let me just ask y'all a question though. Be honest too. Be honest with me. Do y'all believe EA Sports is worth $55 billion?
I mean, you got to think, man. They've been around as long as anybody in the gaming industry. They got all their hands in every kind of sports game there is.
Okay.
Madden.
Oh, what else? I got Madden checked off the list. What else?
Soccer, all that FIFA.
Soccer,
I mean, they got so much money.
Battlefield,
basketball,
hockey, golf. What else?
The Sims. I didn't realize they own the Sims. There's so much money in that. Golf.
Facts.
I mean.
Okay.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, mainly they're a conglomerate. You know what I mean? They've been around. They're a heavy hitter out there. You know what I mean? As far as some other shit.
I mean, they could end up potentially buying out Undisputed. You never know, and working with some of the stuff they got going on.
I've heard people saying that think that they're gonna collaborate. I really don't think that's gonna happen. I think they're gonna bust out with their own game like they usually do. I just feel like they got issues with the UFC and the fight night and picking UFC over fight night for so many years. They got those are the type of issues that they got. That's how I feel about that.
Okay, well look, 'cause when I look at these games, y'all like Battlefield, and we see games like Tiger Woods, and we see all these games, right? It makes me think, yo, is it worth 55 billion? And then you got to think of the year spans of how much money did Tiger Woods golf make? How much money did Dragon Age make? How much money did
They've been around since the 90s, the mid
yeah,
90s, early 90s.
and that's what I wanted to say. What I do you think they blew their lid? Are people even checking out for the new Battlefield games or the new Conquer games and the new Sims? NBA Live is DOA. We know that for sure. Um, so when we think of a game that everybody want right now, the first thing that comes to your mind is what? Boxing. You know what I mean? They want that EA fight like that. I don't care if it's round 3, round 4, champions. They want it back. And I asked a question, and I'm about to post it. EA Sports, 55 billion blowout. What is the future of boxing games? Because obviously you said if EA drops a new fight night game, it's over for Undisputed. Let's talk about that. Why do you think that?
Uh, just so far from what we've seen with the lack of the updates and just the gameplay and all the DLCs wanting all the money, 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 but not
Mm,
putting forth the action. I just fear that they hadn't quite got with the right people to figure out the type of game they want to put out. It's really close,
mm.
but EA Sports already has it figured out, obviously.
Okay, who else want to go behind him on that one, man?
I
Oh,
honestly think
yeah.
it could be a hit or miss. I
Yeah.
feel like Fight Night can either not be the same Fight Night that we used to because it's different people owning the game,
Yeah.
and if that's the case, Undisputed would look like the best boxing game in our generation. But it could go the
Um,
other way. Fight Night could be the one of the best games ever, and it could top Undisputed. So I feel
Mm.
like, you know what I'm saying, the new Fight Night could either make Undisputed look like the best or like the worst. No in between.
I'm,
Okay, how you feel, Black?
I feel like they could easily overtop Undisputed if they integrate those drills and doing the maze bag and all those interactive drills that Fight Night offer. Or Undisputed dropped the bag with that because they showed the video of a dude in the back and hitting the bag, and you can't do none of that right now currently. So all they restricted us to is just fighting. That's it. It's not to me. It's not the best boxing game because it doesn't offer, interactive training. It's more
Okay.
to boxing than just boxing in the ring. It's stuff outside the ring, and Fight Night offer that outside the ring experience. I
Hey,
still I still
that's
enjoy
right,
We're
the,
Black.
the
going off
untrained
mainly
games.
graphics, I think, for our generation. Right now, it has the graphics superior to what we're used to on Fight Night.
I agree with you on that one, Everton. But I feel what Black said too. Because Black saying, yo, if you want the boxing. A lot of people watch boxing and play boxing video games for a lot of reasons. Some people just like the simulation mode about it, how the boxers come out to the ring, the preparation to the fighters before they go fight. So I can get what you're saying, Black, because there's a lot
Yeah,
of fight night champion. I mean, a lot of fight night games, bro. You just hit the speed bag, punching
man.
bag, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I
you
mean
do all
that
that.
was in legacy mode, and it's also outside of legacy mode. And this game, they career mode, they only offer us is like a legacy mode of Fight Night. That's all. They don't give us no career, no story. Fight Night
Okay.
had the story. It cut to the HBO boxing, and he was talking about the fighter you using. It had the
Yeah,
full motion video.
It's a
yeah,
It
that's
lot
made you
right.
more
feel
in
like you
depth
was a
for
boxer.
sure.
Yeah, that
It's a
That
was
shit
lot
so.
made you
more in
feel like
depth.
you was a boxer. So
Yeah.
that's my opinion. Fight Night still got it to me. As far as I love Undisputed. I love the way it looked, and that's what they got. They got the edge over Fight Night, but it's not all about looks with me.
Right.
I'm a real boxing head when it comes to the all around type thing. So
But
And
that's my
do
thing.
undisputed have time? This is a question, right? And this is for everybody. Do undisputed have the time on their side because we know right now, if they announce a boxing game for 2026, one, we want to know how long has that game been in production, who's been behind production of that game, are they even credible enough to make us want to be like, you know what, man, that's something we want to see, right? Now, I feel like Undisputed, they done put the time in the game, right? They know their community. They know what they want. This was the first boxing game since 2011, bro. So we waited all this time. That's why, Black, I can understand your frustrations when you say, hey, man, listen, boxers want this, we want that. But, bro, we just wanted anything had to do with boxing 13 years ago. We didn't care what it was. It was stickman boxing. So since, hold on, look, Black, because I want you guys to answer this, right? So since Undisputed had this head start, right? Do you even think any new boxing game can catch up since Undisputed already got this part down?
That new boxing game that I've been seeing, old boy, go over. That's like it's still in the early works. That looked like something, but we gotta play that. That's too far fetched. But as far as like Undisputed,
what boxing game are you saying?
I forgot the name of it. I think the dude Crooks did a video on it. It's still in creation. It's in early stages. That looked like something, but I'm not giving it no credit because I ain't played yet. But as far as Undisputed, I don't want to just talk bad about it.
Norton Crooks made a video
I'm getting better at it, so I'm seeing how it is. But I feel like they got a lot of stuff to fix. And for them to have that much to fix in the game, it shows how broken the game was. So I'm still, if Undisputed dropped like I like the update with the rank fight, the rank chick, the rank thing when you pick all your fighters, so they can integrate things into the game. So like I'm not giving up on Undisputed. I want to see they got some more time with me because I'm feeling the fighters that they just dropped and the ones that's coming soon.
So is this the boxing game on the screen that you're talking about right here?
Yeah.
Here's my only complaint.
It looks good.
Why does it slow down?
I think it was a counter window.
It's a counter window. Yeah.
I think it was a counter window. Ooh, that looks good.
dope though.
Yeah, when they hit,
It's smooth, bro.
When they hit them with a hard shot, it kind of slow down.
Shout out to Boxing Fanatical for this video too. Now go ahead. What you were saying, bro?
Back to your question about is Undisputed have time? Like the old saying, it's time to shit or get off the pot. Now that EA's made this deal, time is running out. They've been out for about 2 years now, so it's time to do something.
Yeah, fine.
Undisputed is a great game. I just feel like Undisputed is missing what Fight Night had, and Fight Night had different game modes that made Fight Night great. Like they had the creation of your own boxer, and you could go online and box with them. They had bare knuckle mode. They had gyms where you could get in the gym and just fight each other. You know, different modes like that. That's what Undisputed missing. It's kind of plain. But Undisputed got the looks and the footwork is amazing on Undisputed.
Do you think they have the time? Do they have the time on their side?
I do think they have the time. I just don't think they have the funds. I think it's a financial problem.
But when I feel like they messed up with the what was the sense in being able to create a fighter if I wasn't going to be able to play against my mans online like OWC mode and Fight Night. I think they dropped the ball with that. Like everybody thought that was coming soon, and we only could fight sim fights against licensed boxers. There's no creative boxer option. Just the fact that it's not an option in the game bothers a lot of people. It bothers people. Like Fight Night is gonna have that. You're gonna be able to play with your creative dude against other dudes, and that's basically people want to personalize and also face scans. It's 2025. Why we don't have space scans?
See, that's what I wanted to say too, space scan. But let me catch your comments, y'all. We got YouTube comments. Matter of fact, I'm gonna cut the chat board on the screen. Y'all see comments. Make sure y'all stop us by let's catch the comments because we want the people who watching the show to feel like they're part of the show too. So we want to read y'all comments out. Overhead Interactive is the name of that game. He said that game is called Tell Her the Tape. Fire. And that game looking really good too. Anybody want to catch Marie? Unmute your mic and catch his comments, Mom.
He said, I think outside investors really see the potential that EA has to bring in revenue. That being said, Fight Night was one of the most anticipated games for its time. Still, its
Mm,
visual decent as well.
facts. I agree with him on
That's
that. I agree with him 100%.
right.
Shout
Um,
out J Murph too. He's part of
Let's
Fight
yeah,
not forget.
Factory.
and
Let's
shout
not
out to
forget that
Crown
fight.
too. For watching too. Go ahead, Black. Go
No,
ahead,
I
Black.
was
What
just
did you
gonna
say?
say that Fight Night got a thing depending on the type of system that you got and that you playing it on. It looked different. And play it. You know, you gotta if you had what is it, Xbox One X, it could do the
Yeah.
HDR different and it make the game. The gap graphics was
Yeah,
progressive with the
that was the
times.
first. See, I'm old. I'm old as hell. Y'all young, so and don't judge me either. My back don't hurt or none of that. I'm just a little old. But when Fight Night Round 3 came out, it was the first boxing game with HD. It was one of the first HD video games in 2006 too. Y'all hear that? 2006. Damn, that's crazy. I was in my 20s.
I, I think we
All
need
right,
to
That's
go
when I
back to
think
prioritizing performance over fidelity.
say
I
that
think
again, please.
nowadays, I,
Yeah, say that again,
nowadays
Kirko.
fidelity is prioritized over performance of the game.
Hmm. Word.
back to what you said though about 2006. That stands for itself. Norton, you say is Fight Night going to be better than Undisputed? There's still people that are playing a video game from 2006 to this day that don't even get on Undisputed. Won't give it a chance.
Yeah, and I think that's messed up. And you know what? Now I want to switch the conversation a little bit. Let's go to the undisputed community. We have a topic, and I want you guys let's go into this a little slow. Right here. Do you think undisputed community is toxic and why? Now listen, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. If I tell you guys to come over my house right now, y'all come in there, I got dinner laid out. Man, all y'all, everybody can game the headsets. It's just comfortable to come there. Even if you don't like it, you're like, I tried, I didn't like it. You know what I mean? But if,
Already.
ask somebody to come into your house, and the first thing they do is bash you. Say that you are you gonna come back over there? You ain't gonna want to be a part of that community. And I
Right.
want to say that the undisputed community is the worst community. No, it ain't the worst because y'all missed out on that fight in that round 4 community. That was crazy.
No, 2K community is worse than undisputed
Yeah,
community.
2K. No, the WWE
2K
community is
toxic.
crazy.
That
But anyway, we can just say that Undisputed is one of the messed up, and there's a reason why. And we have topics on topics tonight. Um, One of the topics that we have tonight is talking about the leagues, the fighting leagues. But before we touch on that, let's touch on the toxicity
I don't
in
think
the
it
community.
is. I don't. It is too for some people, but for me personally,
So you said
a lot.
no. So obviously you said no.
Most of the people that I'm play with on a daily basis, I met through Undisputed, and are some of the
Okay.
coolest, realest people that I game with.
Okay.
But I do. There is some hatred on the discords for sure, and a lot of
Why?
hating.
Why? Why do you think? Why do you think that? Look, like because you just said a lot of people you met undisputed was cool. We all met at undisputed, bro. We don't all had competitive fights and smack talk each other, but we're still here today, right? Tell me what makes you think it can be. What have you experienced and be like, no, it is kind of toxic.
Well, just we'll get to that in just a minute, but to touch on it, just a lot of the rules. Everybody likes to come up with their own rules, in a sense, and they're entitled to that. But some people are just taking it way too far, and it just ruins the game for everyone.
Right, and I want to break it down on a detailed note. Like Norton said, if you invite people to your house, you want them to be comfy. Now, with the undisputed community, when you go in a different Discord, you expect people to, treat you with respect, go in there and educate you on their rules in a respectful manner. These these leagues are hatred towards others that's not in their league that have their own league, and that's very toxic. So since we are our own league, Fight Factory, they feel like they're entitled. Other leagues feel like they're entitled to disrespect others instead of helping each other out and building this community together.
Okay. Hey, well, let me jump in here real quick, right? Because we couldn't hear black, green, or Gotham. say anything. And I want all you guys to be active with this real quick, right? Because I want to know when we talk about the game being toxic. I'm talking about the people, the players of the game being toxic, right? Like you can win, you lose, period. But when it's time to build, like Kirk was just saying, have you guys experienced something you like? Yo, that's just too much right there. I can't even deal with that.
I will throw it out there. I mean, it's somebody that we all know, Xavier, for a chance. Take your body. It's not really any fun to play with that guy because you know what he's going to do every fight. I mean, and it just makes the experience not very pleasant.
But it's not even fighting somebody. It's the sportsmanship behind the fight. You know, the smack talk is normal. It's a fighting game. It's competitive. Everybody understand that. You know what I'm saying? But it's the fact where at the end of the fight, you're supposed to show good sportsmanship. Good game. You know, good game. Not you cheese this, you cheese that. People wanna paint this picture of you to other leagues and try to down talk your name. Like that's how Undisputed community is. That's why it's so toxic. And the people that does this, be some of the content creators. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them, but that's the worst thing. You know, you got the content creators that's supposed to be shining a light on the game, and they're hating on other people and not trying to help educate people on their rules. You know, with our league, you know what I'm saying? Even if somebody break a rule, we give warnings. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We talk to them. You know, we give them a chance because we all people. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's going to play the game perfect. Nobody lives life perfect.
Yeah, that's a fact. Well, Gotham, unmute your mic, man. Let's talk. Let's get you into this conversation, man. How about you, Gotham? And we're not just talking about leagues right now, right? They just talk about the Undisputed League. Because the Undisputed League is like grandmama house. All these other leagues, off of that, it's like auntie, uncle house and things like that. You know, you might like your uncle better you like the auntie, or you might vice versa. So let's talk about the Undisputed League. Or Gotham, since you've been online, have you experienced anything that's toxic as hell? Like, man, I don't even want to deal with that.
This is slightly off topic. People might not like me for this one.
All right, go ahead.
I don't think the Undisputed League is, or the Undisputed sort of community is toxic. I think online in general can, and I use the word can with capital letters, can be toxic. The minute any game has the ability to go online and compete against others, 95% of people will do whatever they can to be the best. All the time. So you've always got that constant problem.
All right.
So the minute you beat someone in a game, and I've noticed it with games, the higher you go, the more you tend to get it. You know, the more you tend to get, you done this to win, you done that to win, So I just feel like, you know, the minute you can play online against other people and compete, that's where the toxicity can come in.
All right. So basically, you saying sore losers. That's what you said.
It's like
all right.
Trash.
Can be,
yeah, people be trash, and then they want to start talking about mothers and stuff.
How about this, Black? Hold on. How about people losing and they want to talk about the game? How about this EA? How about this Undisputed fault now that you're losing? All because they put a jab to the body, you're losing. All because you threw too many different punches, you're losing, right? It could be that too, right?
Threw 300 hooks.
I mean, I'm guilty because I ain't gonna lie. I was just talking like that recently, you know me? But what I would say to the community is just try to get better, and you might not talk like that because I gotta get better.
Hold on, look. Let's do it like this, y'all. Do y'all think it's a skill gap? Is it a skill problem or is it a video game mechanic problem? Which one is it?
I think it's both.
It's both.
Yeah.
Both? Okay.
Yeah, and it's bad.
So if that's the case, then people can feel, hey man, listen, I'm losing
I feel like it's both, but at the same time, I also feel like depending on skill level, it can carry you through.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Respect. I agree with that. So we can all agree and disagree respectfully that the community is a little shaky. You know what I mean? But okay. So let me say this: do you think what's been going on? Because I swear, and I know y'all know Kirko for sure, Black, you for sure too know this. Maybe White Iverson too. It's a lot of people. I swear to God that was hardcore Fight Night champion fans that would not play this game because of what they heard about Undisputed.
Yeah.
Y'all experienced that?
Yeah, of course. They was hearing punches across the ring and made them not want to get the game at all.
Yeah, and yeah. So, and this is what I'm saying, right? When it comes to marketing, and it comes to things like that, and then you got, and this is my gripe, and then I get back to you, Gotham. I heard you speak up. If you're putting in so much work and you're inviting the community in your home, I really don't think you should tolerate too much disrespect. You know what I mean? Because but hold on, Black, because you're gonna feel me. If they cut off Undisputed right now, what boxing game you gonna go play?
Fight Night.
Fight Night.
Yeah, back to the same. You know what I mean? You're going right back to Fight Night because why? Because it's the only boxing game that's out, bro. It's the only thing that's out.
Or you're gonna go to UFC.
And I know I tried to, and I couldn't do UFC.
I ain't never leave Fight Night. I just play Undisputed more.
Yeah. So go ahead, Gotham. What would you say before I cut you off, bro?
First of all, nothing against Fight Night. Love the game.
You know what? While you talking, I'm gonna put that Fight Night in the background for you guys. How about that?
I love the game. I used to play.
Shout out to Black 730 ranking head to head.
But I don't know if I would go back to it unless they brought out a new one. And as I said in other podcast episodes and in the party with some of you guys, I find it difficult to compare both boxing games because they are so different. Again, people might agree, some people might not. I'm
ranked number 7 in that thing, so I get a lot of hate. People be like, "Yo, Black, why you rank so high?" The top 100 is glitch.
You gotta let him finish, because I think he was going somewhere with this one. Gotham, go ahead, finish what you said. Gotham was going somewhere.
Huh?
Well, go ahead, Gotham, finish what you said.
No, I'm just saying I find it, again, as I said, no hate against the game. Love it. Used to play the one, was it 2011, the last one?
Yeah, 2011.
Yeah, used to love it. Spend hours on the career mode. I just see it more as an arcadey type boxing game rather than this one, the Undisputed, which is closer to a simulation. I say closer because I know it's not perfect, but I see.
Well, I got both games. I got both games on the screen right now. This right here is Undisputed. It came out in 2024. So we're watching this gameplay right now, and I just want to be clear of what we're watching. Right, we're watching Tyson Fury versus Roy Jones. So the movement in this game is amazing. It's a lot of things in this game.
It's a lot more fluid for me.
A lot of punch animations kind of look crazy, but Black, this is the game that you talking about. So you might have to go back to. Man, can y'all be?
You know what it is? The footwork in Fight Night is nothing compared to Undisputed.
How about the punching? How about the slide and movement right now?
Well, in the punching in Fight Night, I feel like they got flare punches, they got regular straights. Like I feel like they, like I kind of, I don't know, I like the punches in Fight Night.
Again, there's nothing wrong with. I like it as an more arcadey type boxing game. There's nothing wrong with it.
I feel
so
like
which one are you saying more arcadey though, Gotham? Are you saying Fight Night champions?
Fight
okay,
Night.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that.
Again, I've never had an issue with the game itself. I've never, said, "Oh, the game's bad."
I feel like it is more arcadey.
To me, it's just the simple fact that the punches are coming out super fast. They got one button that block the head and the body, and none of these dudes are throwing combos. You're not going to see a jab.
If you prefer more arcadey style type boxing matches and stuff, there's no problem with it. Go play Fight Night. Cool.
Well, you can throw combos. Them dudes is not throwing them.
I didn't say you couldn't throw combos. I didn't say that.
I could throw.
I didn't say you couldn't throw combos. That didn't come out well.
That looked. Hey, listen, man. That game, I love Fight Night. I'm a Fight Night fan.
That's what I mean. I have no problem with the game. I'm just, again, I find it hard to compare both games when they're two different styles.
Yeah. And I think people people are so used to. I think people are so used to just that, right? They're so used to the fast pace going crazy because you can't deny the animations and the graphics of Fight Night. And when this game was coming out, and Kirko, man, please unmute your mic and talk to your brethren about this one. People are so just want to punch, but what about punch animations when you get hit? The hit animations. How important do you think that is in the game, bro?
For Undisputed.
Yeah.
So the difference that make Undisputed, like, to me, better than Fight Night is the stamina system. You know, having the once you get hit in the body, you know what I'm saying, they actually take away from stamina instead of, like, you know, Fight Night. Fight Night stamina was a little bit different. It was more lenient. Undisputed
Mm,
is more technical. It's supposed to be a sim boxing game. That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be technical. It don't supposed to be you get in there and just throw a whole bunch of punches and win.
And
Undisputed
if
is supposed to be about angles. You know
okay.
what I'm saying? Weaves, dodges, placing your shots. You know what I'm saying? Placing the right shots. Ending your combos with a nice power shot. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be actually boxing instead of arcade feels to it.
Yeah, I know you seen that. You seen that, and you got to do. I heard you get a little quiet when you just seen that on the screen right there, Kirko. I heard you get a little quiet when you see that. Say, hold on, let me bring it back just a little bit more, because when I tell people what be going on, they don't listen. So look, when you see that name that says Jordan Block Solo, hold on, let's just pause that right there, right? All right, y'all see that screen, right? But I've been doing this for a long time, Kirko. I played these games and I seen it evolves good. I seen it evolve good. I seen it evolve bad, right? Um, when I
Nice
was a
record.
fight, I was a fight night crackhead, bro. I love fight night. I box all day. You see it, 6,000 wins, right? And
Yeah.
when we talk about fight night and different, I've seen it go from. I'm a matter of fact. Let me press play. I'm gonna show y'all where I seen the game go from. How about that? And we can
as a
talk over it while we watching it together. Now, shout out to my homeboy, Coach Anthony, aka Freddie Rodriguez. He is a professional boxing coach. He got two fighters that were world champions. One of them name was the Ford kid. Um, he was a world champion. I think he was undisputed, if I ain't mistaken. He ended up losing that belt and winning it back. And see, this is Fight Night round 3, and I'm gonna play Fight Night. I'm gonna play the other Fight Nights too. That we were just watching. The comparison video between Fight Night champion versus Fight Night. Versus Undisputed.
Shout out Jermaine Taylor.
What Jermaine Taylor in the building?
Nah, I'm just saying that's who's fighting on the screen.
Oh yeah. This is me and Freddie Rodriguez. This is Fight Night round 3. This fight right here to me was one of the best boxing games. The arms was loose. If you lean down, then both your arms would hang down. Like you had like full control motion of this right here. So if you can just look, I want you guys to look at the punches and
and it looked
things we
um,
used to be able to do, catch arms. There was no spamming. Ain't nobody. You can't say, hey, he's spamming me because look, you see how you can catch a counter. That is what boxing games is missing, the defensive part. Because you can be good offensively, but when it's time to get good defensively, that's where everybody's starting to cry at because they're gonna say, "What happened to you, Kurt?" What they're gonna say? "Oh, you spam me." You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I,
Right.
it looks smoother than Champion, and this is an older game to me.
that's what I'm. This game came out in 2005 and 2006.
But
I went to 5.
this looks smoother than Champion did. Champion came out in 2011.
Well, I'm glad you said that because this game right here was made by EA Chicago, and EA Chicago is no more active. There's no more EA Chicago. After 2008 or 9, it
Voted
moved over
your
to
ass.
it moved over to. Oh, hold on, man. Let me press play. 'Cause I hear you talk about he folded me, right? Let me finish press play. So they went from EA Chicago to EA Canada, and that's why they lost the sauce, man. Meaning, you see how we used to parry punches? You can't spam punches in the game because people can grab it, boom, catch counter, and move. So you can parry and then spam the same punch over and over again. You can do that in this game, but it's hard to do. It's dangerous to do. So This is what they need to do. They need to come back out with another defense. And you can see that this game, you won't even think the same makers who made Champions made this game. Even though Champions is a beautiful, graphically looking game, it was missing a lot to it. But they added a lot. You feel me? So, Kirko and everybody in the party, do you guys feel like in order for them to add something, they have to take something away?
Yeah, every time.
Like, man,
Not if the
I
money's
man.
there. If the money's right, they can
I
do
don't know
whatever.
why, but like you said, I'm a defensive fighter. I pride myself over being good at defense because everybody have offense. Offense is easy, but if you could stick and move and not be hit, that's when people talk about, oh, he's cheesing, he's doing this, he's doing that because they can't land punches, and that's boxing. You know what I'm saying? You don't supposed to want to get hit. You're supposed to want to stick and move. And I feel like they took the defensive aspect out of Undisputed with this update in particular, with all the soft punches, flashes, and the rock states. It's too easy. It's too
Yeah,
easy. So that takes the skill away from the game. Fighting
I,
games supposed to have skill gaps because they're competitive.
I
Yeah,
agree with you, man. If don't nobody else got anything else to say about that topic, we can move on and talk about something right now that
I've got some.
we all been affected of. Go ahead. Did you say you want to say something?
well,
Doc?
So
I think that I want to
with
say that I don't think. Oh, my fault.
oh no, you're good.
Who want to go? It don't matter. Gotham, you want to go?
All right. So with Fight
Oh,
Night, the only
I'm
who
gonna
I
be real.
think
I'm gonna be real quick. I just wanted to
go.
say.
You're
Mhm. Like,
Go ahead, Black.
go
Man.
ahead, Gotham. My fault. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Let's
You
talk. It
want to
don't
figure what I
matter.
was gonna say? I was gonna say that. Well, they felt
Somebody
like,
go.
yeah, that shit blew me off a little bit. Damn. The people.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Gotham, man.
I feel
This
like
man.
because it was yeah, I'll get back to it. That shit threw me
What,
off.
no,
I had it on
what
my
you
head
want?
right
Spit
there.
it out, Junior.
It's all good. What you want to say, Gotham?
so with Fight Night, I reckon if they bring out another one, let's just say EA another Fight Night, done. I reckon it will bring back to life the series, but I don't think it will be able to compete with simulated like on this because again they
Cool.
are
Okay.
hype.
All right,
All right.
so
I'll piggyback off what he said. Yeah, we are excited for this new fight night, but I'm nervous for it because it's not the same people that made the fight night that we love.
And it hasn't been the same people we love for a long time, bro. That's why I played that Fight Night Round 3 video to show you guys a long time. If you're a fan of Fight Night, I'm talking about a real fan. You gotta kind of be old. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. For real. Like in 2003, how old was a lot of y'all in here?
23.
I was
I was
1 years
old.
old.
I was
Okay,
old.
so you
I
was
was
old.
like 12.
I
I
was
was
already
1.
old, man.
12,
Okay,
Oh,
so
this is
basically
it.
what I'm saying is a lot of people didn't get a chance to see Fight Night when Roy Jones was on the
Give
cover.
it back.
You know what I mean? So that's what I was just saying. Like a lot of people don't understand. So when they see Fight Night champions, you know what I mean? They forgot round 4. They forgot round 3. And the people who remember round 4 don't remember round 3. After round 3, it was no more Fight Night. It was a whole new company, and you could tell by the graphics. I want to play a couple of videos, but I don't want to catch us too. I don't want us to be here for too long. But I just wanted to give people the let's I know what I can do. Watch this. I know what I can do. I can do it like this. Okay. So I'm gonna play this video, and I wanted to show you guys what I'm talking about when I say people they kind of forgot the eras of boxing, so they're kind of cool with it. Check this right here out real quick, y'all. We can talk through this too, Kirko. So everybody know basically this is Fight Night Champions. They added Mike Tyson on round 4. It was crazy, the storylines and things like that. But I want to speed it up because I want to get into more gameplay.
Hey, quickly, I feel like the storyline made this game. Like people were more focused about the storyline than they were sort of the online side.
Yeah.
I don't know how big the online community was for it, so but the storyline.
Your mic is really, really bad, Gotham.
Is that better?
Go ahead, start talking. Let's see.
Is that Hello.
Okay, yeah, we can hear you.
Right. I was just saying that I feel like the storyline for Fight Night Champion kind of made the game a lot better
Okay.
because I didn't. Well, unless the other one, I didn't remember any of the other ones having a storyline. This was the first one that kind of had a major rivalry storyline.
I think it was the first, if I'm not mistaken, Kirk will correct me. I think it was the first Fight Night game to have a storyline. All of them have an in-depth career. That's what I thought it was.
Oh no, career, yeah, but I mean an actual storyline you can kind of follow.
Okay.
And you see what
Like,
when I watch
this one had
videos.
Isaac Frost in it.
Sorry,
Everyone knows that guy.
when I watch videos like this, I don't look at the graphics. I'm looking at the performance of the game. I'm
Now
looking at
let's talk
how
about it.
how the movement is. I'm looking at that. Like I like the movement. I like the
Oh,
the
this one
the
right here that we
landing of the
watching?
punches.
This one we
Yeah,
watching right here? All right, now let me know
yeah.
which one is better. And I want all of y'all to let me know. This is right here that we just watched is Fight Night Round 4. This right here is Round 3. You see how they not
So
so quick to punch? Because you can get that
yeah,
shit caught. So you got to think before you throw. You can't just do anything you want to do. Ain't no
right,
go crazy and go. No, you're going to get caught and countered.
right.
Um,
So I could tell it was more skill into Fight Night round 3 compared to round 4. Like I said,
yeah,
as Fight Night evolved, like the skill, it's all about skill. Once you speed up a game, it kind of takes the skill out because it's just like wham, wham, wham. You know what I'm saying? It's not
facts.
really too much thinking into it. Boxing is
Yeah,
a thinking
word.
sport. It's about chess. It's not about just throwing anything. You know what I'm saying? It's not Tekken. It's not that
Facts.
type of fighting game. It's a whole
So,
different type of mental
so you
sport.
like what you saying right here?
Yeah, yeah. So I like how Fight Night round 4 look, but Fight Night round 3 plays better because you actually gotta have skill. It's not just throwing a lot of punches and hoping to catch something. Like you said on here, it's a little bit slower, so you can't just do anything.
Mm,
Yeah, on that round 3,
okay.
you could parry the punches, so that changed the whole game. You can't parry
Okay, so
punches on champion or for
take
or
a look at
four.
this bloody knuckles right here. This game is out right now if you have a PC. If you watch this game, you can actually pivot when you want to. And if you don't know boxing, a pivot is when you like turn up when you turn your fighter. And this right here is they're showing a punch of animation from Fight Night champions, and that's why. And let me stop. We don't even got to play the more videos to be honest with you. We can go ahead and just talk this one out because I think we've seen enough to be able to have a conversation about this. I feel like that's why Undisputed right now to me has a foot up above all the other games, bro. Because we lost the patent when it came to Fight Night Round 3, and everybody you forgot about Round 3. You forgot around Round 2, Fight Night 2004, all of that, Knockout Kings, all of that, and that was the sauce. You feel me? When they came to 2000, when they came to Fight Night Round 4, they got lost. The punch animation looked different. Everything looked different in that thing, right? Champions brought it back. Why? Because Gotham said it earlier. They had a story mode, the first story mode in the game. You know what I mean? So that was dope. Plus the preparation, the
Yeah,
gym, the creative
that one
fighters,
had
that was
kind of
dope.
like everyone who's played Fight Night and played that story knows Isaac Frost, right? He is the
Right.
most annoying thing to fight on that game.
Okay.
I
We
feel
got, we
like
got
everyone kind of knows that character.
what was his name? Andre Bishop. I mean, was it
Isaac Frost, and
Isaac
the other
Frost?
thing,
That was crazy.
the thing that annoyed
Yeah, the
me,
servers are a big issue.
Yeah.
but
Summers
the thing
now.
that annoyed me the most is once you beat him, he then becomes a playable character online.
Man, that was him. Man, have y'all ever was trying to first for a fight and the guy was gonna act like he was gonna pick somebody else and then hurry up and pick Isaac Frost?
Yeah,
You
and
like, man,
Yes,
yeah, and
that's
yes,
good
all
also
the
as
time,
hell.
all the
here's the
time.
other wild
Hell.
thing. He was rated higher than Muhammad Ali.
No, he was the best dude. He was like Drago. Every time I think about that, I can think about that one. You remember that Rocky movie? Kirko. You remember this? Bro,
Yeah,
every time I think about that, I'm like, man, all I can think of is throwing the towel. Oh, Riri, we're still. We got comments on the board right now. I don't know where the hell Riri at. Anybody want to catch him?
yeah. I got
I'm
this
right
one. I got this
here.
one. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay, my bad. You want to catch a comment on stream on?
He said not only did Fight Night have more fighters and modes, but they also had servers dedicated to each part of the globe.
I like that. I like that, Murph, and that's why you should have been on here for sure. Because
That's why you
that's
definitely should have
what
been on.
Undisputed needs. Undisputed needs dedicated servers. This is a
Yeah.
national
This
game.
this
I'm over
also
here
got
fighting.
brought up though,
I
didn't it?
live
When he
in
was on that
Texas. I'm fighting
interview
people in the
with
Netherlands. You
the
know,
guy
it's a
on
one
that.
bar connection. We need dedicated servers in a fighting game. That's
Yeah,
it's a fighting game. That's where all the desync comes from. I feel like the game runs so smooth offline. It's amazing offline. I feel
yeah,
like if we had dedicated servers and the desync and ghost punches and all these punches that go over your head and all the crazy stuff, it wouldn't happen. It wouldn't
yeah.
happen.
We already know that. And shout out to JMMA. Shout out to Crooks. And I gave you watching all the other YouTubers, man, because they made the videos. They went out there and fought in the tournament, and they had a one-on-one conversation with Ash, and Ash said, I think it was built in the design of the game, but y'all just moved the topic, so we might as well go ahead and push it on over there right now. And let's get into it, man. And this topic right here is a serious topic because is it make it or break it for Undisputed if they get this wrong?
Yes. Yes, because
That's
you
it,
see you
bud.
see how the community is already clashing about the gameplay, about how people play, and truthfully, it's nobody's fault. Nobody's fighting wrong for real. It's just the update we are in right now is so bad that everybody think everybody is cheesers now. They took the skill gap away. They took the skill out of it. So I'm really hoping this undisputed fixes the game because it's losing a lot of players. Not just casuals, but it's losing players that like Norton and me that been playing boxing games for the longest. It's losing the people that like making content on boxing games. It's losing people like that. People don't even want to play the game no more, like or play rank. Now this boxing game, don't nobody want to play rank. Like rank is forbidden now, I guess. That's where all these leagues then came from. But in a fighting game, rank is everything. It's supposed to be everything. That shows who the best of the best. You know?
Now, when you talk about leagues, right? Before we get to the league conversation, because that's about the we're going to end the show with that conversation too. What when we look at this on the board right now, and it says
Oh,
He probably lagged out. He'll pop
Oh
back
shit.
in.
All
We
I'm seeing
appreciate
from
everybody
that
that's
video
tuned
though.
in to the
my bad,
podcast.
my bad, I hit the wrong button. But when we
It's
look
all
at
good.
yeah, when we look at this picture on the screen right here, right, and it says Undisputed Championship Edition, October 1st, right? This what makes me think like like this might be the update that we was asking for and we really need. So when I say it's just a make it or break it update, I mean it. If you can see that the WBC, the Ring Magazine, if you can see if anybody who's aware of this group right here, do you guys know what this is right here? I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? And I think it was Trooks or was it Showbiz? Showbiz the adult put the video out there, and I don't know if you guys watch it or not, but if y'all support Showbiz, please do. But yeah, Showbiz, the same guy who invested money in Undisputed, it has some type of hand in the buyout of EA. Now, I had a video for last week I wanted to play for you guys, man, and I don't know what happened to the video. I don't know where to find it, but I wish I would have never lost it because the guy actually was talking about, hey, I want to create the mecca of boxing video games. Matter of fact, hold on, I think I can play it for you guys. If you guys want to check this out, I will play it real quick. Let me see. Yeah, just let me play this right here for you guys to hear this real quick. Because I don't know if you guys know about this information, but I think it's important.
Focus a lot of my energy on that. I sleep, dream it, like I'm overthinking of things that strategy. That's not my life. So I'd rather just put it all here so that's what fighting, playing UFC, EA UFC, they started watching the fights. And then now they stuck with it. You got a block gone.
No,
there was boxing games.
I would try. I don't want to try to look for it because I know we already spent a lot of time on it. But please go watch Boxing Fanatical video where he talked about when he actually played the video of the guy talking why he feel like boxing video games are so important. Why he's invested a lot of money in boxing video games. So he not only did he invest money in Undisputed, he purchased in EA Sports, and you know he's gonna put the money in the boxing video games. Probably next time we do a podcast, I have that video ready. But I want to get to the meat and potatoes of this podcast right now, because for the last month and a half, the Kirko, his team, been pushing their league, which is the Fight Factory League. And if you guys don't know what the Fight Factory League, it's a new league. You know what I mean? Other leagues you might know about that before any leagues was the Lions Only League. But now we have the Fight Factory League. And I want to speak about this real quick because shout out to the YouTubers that jumped in the podcast. That's come and show some love, and it was cool, and it was dope that they came in. And that was JMMA, and then that was Crooks the Great. They jumped in. They had this conversation. They have a conversation, but I wish they would have jumped in tonight, but we can have this conversation that we have now. When I talk about gatekeeping and trying to like secure everything around certain things, don't let nobody else in, we have to talk about the league, man. We have to talk about why. Why are they doing that? Why? What is the motive behind that? Well, the motive behind that is because Undisputed is the first boxing video game we had since 2011. I know people who still play Fight Night Champion. Matter of fact, Black play it all the time, and Finishing Dre plays it all the time, so they still play this game. But when you're trying to create a league and outside of the norm, meaning the rules, so when you're trying to create something like that and people are blocking you, I think that's we need to have a conversation about that as a community, as a boxing game community, because right now, hands down.
He lagged out again.
Yeah, he'll come back in.
I think he lagged out again.
Black outside.
They kick me offline because they don't want me to talk about it, but I'm gonna talk about it anyway.
Oh yeah.
Listen, because I can't allow them to stop what I'm about to say, bro. You know what I mean? I just can't because I gotta say it. Hands down, right now, when you talk about leagues, the Fight Factory, to me, in my opinion, because I've been to all of the leagues, hands down is the best fighting league right now that we got. And it got so much going against it because we got YouTubers that's joining it and we got YouTubers that's overlooking it. Why? Why are they doing that? Why? And it's because of toxic stuff that goes on. Go ahead, Kirk. What was you about? I know you about to hit the ball in the head. What was you about to say?
Yeah, you know I'm about to bust it down. The reason why everybody on Xbox, I got you, Gotham. The reason why everybody on Xbox, majority of Xbox is with the Fight Factory, is because our rules isn't as strict as all these other leagues.
Talk to talk. Why you know what? Why he waiting?
He lagged out. I can pick
Lagged
up
out.
on
No, he didn't lag out. He's still here. But this is what I'm gonna do. Why he's doing that? I'm gonna put the leagues. Let's put the rules on the screen, right?
Just break it down for him. Yeah.
So let's talk about the league. Hold on. Let me get my picture on this joint, man. I need a full screen. Can somebody full screen me, please? Yeah. Sosa, North Block Solo. That's who I am. I'm the one that
Hold up.
y'all know what I do. Hold on,
Yo,
come on, I
Norton,
got
can
you. I'm gonna bring you up with me. Hold on. I gotta say this, bro. Cause I feel like if I don't say it, then if I don't say it, man, ain't nobody. I don't think nobody gonna really too much say it. You know what I mean? The reason behind the Undisputed Pop Off Podcast is to shine light on the leagues, not just one league, all of the leagues. But we want to throw extra shine on this league right here, because they don't want to let nobody else in. The gatekeepers of this, they're not trying to let no other leagues in. The only leagues you're going to see is this. You're going to see them, and you're going to see what's the other league? What's the other league? Man?
ESBL.
The ESBL league. These are the leagues you want to see. Matter of fact, let me click on here right here. Can y'all see my screen right now?
Sports boxing.
Oh, the Esports Boxing League. This is what y'all gonna see. These guys right here. Kirko, you was in this league right here.
Hold
Was
on,
you in
no,
this
I
league?
don't see it.
You don't
I
see
just see
it?
you.
Oh,
I
okay.
just
Hold
see
on.
you.
No, I got your back. Bam. They don't want to let me see it. Hold on, let me share it. I don't want y'all. Y'all gonna get this word tonight, man. We're gonna. Bam. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
listen. So this is the other league right here. It's two leagues right now. If you want to be, we're seeing. Hold on, man. You got me jumping the gun. I wanted them to see my face for a reason. I wanted them to see. Oh, hey, you know what I mean? Because the first thing they do, they post up this character and this character right here. I want them to see what I'm saying, right? Because I got to do it. Because there's only two leagues. If you want to go out to Las Vegas and be a part of the big tournaments, you have to be a part of the UFL and the other league. What's the name of it? I keep forgetting that. What?
ESBL.
The
Esports boxing.
ESBL. Okay, the ESBL, right? You have to be a part. I don't want to throw no shade at them leagues, but I'm just saying it's better talent over in the Fight Factory. Now,
Facts.
I played a lot of good people on PC. I played a lot of good people on PlayStation. I have, and people know, you're in Black Solo, you know. But my thing is this: you guys are gatekeeping the talent, bro. Period. One of my friends had a run in with the leagues. He had a fight, and when he fought, he whooped the dude. He whooped him bad. And before we talk about the leagues, let's talk about the incidents that caused this conversation to happen. Why did we go live tonight? And I want to show you guys. Let me show you guys this right here. Let me hold on. Give me 1 second. Bam. I want to show this right here. Can you guys see this? Let's go to right here. Bam. Now, when we talk about, I will read it out because I see that it's still kind of far away. Let's bring this in a little bit. Now, let's talk about punches. Let's talk about spamming. Let's talk about what people are complaining about. Now, Kirko, who was the guy you fought the other day? This dude right here, Nine the Goon. You fought him, right? So when you look at the punch stats, right? Kirko threw 300 and is this you right here on this side, right, Kirko? Kirko threw 337 punches, right? 84 of those was jabs, 66 was straights, 156 of those punches was hooks, and 31 of those was uppercuts, right? Power punches, 35, landed 19 out of that. That's a 54% accuracy, right? When you go over to his opponent threw 344 punches. He landed 164 with a 49% accuracy. We can already see that there's already a 20-some% difference between what happened. Somebody was getting their ass whooped. I'm going to keep it real. Somebody was getting their ass whooped. And, matter of fact, let me do it like this to make a little more sense. Somebody was getting their ass whooped. So when I'm reading this, and it said that the guy threw 94 jabs, right? He landed 40. He landed 43 at a 46% accuracy, right? He threw 121 hooks and landed 65% of that. And they kicked him out the group and said that he was spamming for that. Let me go to the next one. Look at the fight card. He dusted this man. Dusted him. Did you knock him out or did he quit? 50 to 44 in round.
Off the floor with him.
That was an ass whooping, bro. It's nothing to do with no spamming. Now let's go to this one right here. This is what got Kirkle banned out of the league right here. And for whoever in that league, man, y'all did to them, y'all bogus as hell, bro. Y'all know y'all wrong.
Y'all don't want real talent.
Ain't no way you can tell somebody how to play this game, bro. Now you can tell somebody that don't spam and don't abuse something. Okay, whatever, cool. But let's go into the stats. Headshots. 324 headshots was attempted. Only 120 of those landed. Somebody mute your mic, please, y'all. Mute your mic. Mute your mics. All right, thank you. Let me get back into this real quick, right? Only 37% was landed. That means he was getting his ass whooped. I'm sorry, and it just was. That means he whatever he was throwing at wasn't there. Period. He threw 300 to the head and 162 to the body, and landed 92, which was a 57% accuracy. So if I'm right, then he must have either threw a jab to the head or something to the body. I don't know if it was power or not, but you can tell either it was a hook or uppercut, something to the body. But let's go into the tail of the tape. He threw 486 punches and landed 212 with a 40% accuracy. Out of that 486 punches, he threw 294 jabs, bro. 294 jabs. What did that tell you? If you're about, go ahead, y'all. Unmute your mics now. What did that tell you if you fight somebody, you see that they threw 400 punches all together, but 294% of that was jabs? That damn near, out of that 400, 300 of those was all jabs. What did that tell y'all? Be honest.
It tells me somebody's X button is stuck.
I wish we had one of those guys in here to back themselves up, because it's going to look biased anything we say because we're all together. But it is what it is, man. They just don't like true competition.
It's his X or Y button. I forgot.
Or was he trying to win off a counter jab? Which one was it, man? Because I'm saying what I'm saying, because after he threw the jab, he led with nothing after that. He led with nothing, bro. He threw three. Listen what I'm trying to say. He threw 486 punches, and out of that 486 punches, 294% of those punches were jabs.
Skill gaps are real.
Well, that's crazy. So if you're fighting a fighter, he's continuously trying to out jab you. What do you do to stop that? I've been playing this game for so long. I know in order the way you can stop that, if you throw a counter what?
Counter
hook.
Check
So,
stop it. You accepted it.
Okay, facts. That means this shows why, and this is why. Hold on, let me show who might be sounding like that. That was crazy. So what I'm trying to say is, it shows why his head attempt was so bad, because he was trying to jab at Kirkle's head, and Kirkle was check hooking him, and stopping that. So I don't even want to keep going into that because Kirkle ain't here, because I want to hear what Kirkle got to say. But I just want to say this, right? It shows that playing in these leagues will turn you into a bum. Straight up, I ain't gonna lie. If you're in these leagues that allow a person to say, hey, you can throw 100 headshots, but if you throw 100 headshots, you can only throw 60 body shots, is crazy. It's gonna turn you into a bot, bro. Cause now you're
never gonna get better supporting anything like that. You're gonna stay mediocre. You're never gonna.
All right, can I say something? I feel like if the developers didn't, every other patch, they just trying to accommodate the people that's complaining that don't know how to play the game, and they patched it up to to make those people feel better, and that's where I feel like they messed the game up at. And that's why all these leagues is making up all these rules, because they're used to winning a certain way, and when they patch it up, they can't win like that. Them dudes is patched, and then they just changing the rules so that they can still win.
So that means they're creating sore losers, because if I beat you up, you say, yeah, well, you only won because you threw uppercuts and I was trying to throw my hook. That's fucking crazy. Now look, let's do this. We got shout out to Riri in the building. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to a message, and I want y'all to read the rules. Where we gonna go first?
Can I just add something quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, look, even though the game is in a bit of a state with this update, right? We can all all kind of agreed it's in a bit of a state, right? There is still a skill gap. Most of the Fight Factory League, or a fair amount of them, are in the top 100. We normally spar each other regular. There is a reason IU sharpens iron. If the other leagues aren't fighting a good competition and have got rules like this on the screen, they're not going to get anywhere.
Okay. Riri, I'll meet your mic, and let's go down these rules. Let's go to these rules. And right now we're looking at the ESBL League rules. Riri, are you here? Okay, she's here. She's here. All right. Riri, I'll mute your mic real quick. I'll mute your mic. And okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. When I pop it up on the screen, you just read it for us, okay? All right, Kirko, we can hear you now. I had to you had yourself muted. Okay, go ahead, Riri. Go ahead, read that.
Which part?
Right here. You can start right here. The boxing rule, right here where I'm.
Read this before you fight. Breaking rules can mean an instant DQ. Auto bans. Emmanuel, Augusta, Sebastian, Fandora, Roy Jones Jr., and Jamie. I don't know how to say that last name.
McGee, that's McGee. So basically, what they're saying is certain fighters you can't use. and listen, this is why I say that's stupid. Y'all tell people
Fandora.
Mute your mic real quick. Mute your mic real quick, right? The reason I said that is because you said the limit of punches, and then you still ban certain fighters, which I believe Emmanuel Augusta should be banned. That boy, that head uppercut is crazy. And you still ban Roy Jones, McGee, and Fandora. It's crazy. But go ahead, continue, Bree.
Fight settings.
Uh-huh.
Relative time 1.5.
Yeah, we all know about that. That's cool.
Set by ESBL for live cards ranked offline, usually 8, unless ESBL or both fighters agree
to it. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Now let's get to that one. Go ahead.
Rule 4, exploits. No stand switching unless your fighter.
Stop what you said right there. I can't let you keep going. You got to stop right there. You said no what? Hold on, let me zoom in because I want y'all people to see this too. It says no what? No stand
switching.
Why? Unless your fighter has a switch hitter. That's crazy. So unmute y'all mics. Black, unmute your mic. Kirko, unmute your mic. Where y'all at, man? We got to talk about this.
Basically, don't put one foot in the front of the other unless you're above 2 years old.
Oh, well, I ain't see these max one push. Oh, no, I never seen this. Hold on.
That one I kind of agree with because I know
that's
people
extreme.
can't overdo it.
That you
one, maybe two, but some people will.
So they want you to stick your head out and get hit.
But hold on, jump the gate. Kirko, back out and then come back in, bro. Same thing happened.
That one below it is ridiculous.
I
fuck with the flash count whenever. Okay.
Yeah, facts. I fuck with that. Hold on, let them rush down the line. Let's stick where we're at now.
They tripping. No stand switching.
Oh yeah. So why would they say so? Well, first we gotta put it in context why they saying those.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now, Kirko. But first, we gotta put it in context why they saying no switch hitting. Because when you switch hit, the southpaw stands they speed it up so you can go faster. But why do that matter? But if you only can throw a certain amount of body shots, it don't matter.
With the update, have they not slowed it down?
Yeah, they slowed it down way fast. It's way faster now. I mean, if they slowed it down, it's way slower now.
My whole thing is though, why? So I got invited to the ESBL chat. I got invited to the chat. You know what I'm saying? And they pointed me towards the rules, but nobody was respectful enough to explain the rules to me. So I fought two people in there, and I killed them. 65% plus 10 rounds each. Now look, when I posted the cards in the chat, they vouched for the other man, but they blasted me. They blasted me. They called me a cheeser, all of the above. You know what I'm saying? And I told them, I said, instead of try to blast somebody, why don't you just explain the rules respectfully? So the they kept trying, they clicked up, they joined up together like they usually do in the Discord, and they blasted me and ended up banning me from the chat, which was cool, but it shows the toxic community that we have on Undisputed. Instead of trying to help people understand certain rules that's impossible to follow, they kick you out, they ban you, they gatekeep you. You know what I'm saying? They want to go to other chats and paint pictures about you and try to narrate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, look at these cards right here and look at these stats. Now they vouched for this man for throwing 294 jabs. They didn't say nothing to him. It was all what Kirko did. It was all what Kirko did this and Kirko did that. They didn't say anything to the other man. Every fight I have, I box over 65%, and this is in a 10-round fight. You know what I'm saying? If that's not impressive, I don't know what is.
Man,
In my league, I don't have all these calculation rules on how many punches you gotta throw, how many punches you gotta do that. In these leagues, in Discord, you gotta count out how many punches you throw. You
Here's
gotta
the
it's
rules.
taking you away from
Nobody
actually
got
playing the
time for
game.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody
It,
got
it, it
time
takes
for
the
But
that.
fun from the game. How can you
yeah,
have fun
it don't
if
make sense.
anything that you do, you get banned, you get DQ? So
But
at
let's
this
talk.
point, they making it where good boxers can't even fight in the league. They don't want good boxers in the league. Yeah, look at this.
All
Everything
right,
on the screen.
okay, look. So this is what we're gonna do. Read. Go ahead and start where it says next. Rule 1 to 3. You see right here
Okay.
where I'm putting that.
Yeah. Rule one, body shot limit. Body shots, 80% of total head punches. Example, 100 head punches, max 80 body.
Stop that. Stop. Now we got to talk about that.
So
Yo,
you
I
got to
gotta
be
put
a
the
right.
screen
human
up.
calculator while you're
Here-
fighting.
So no, we got to talk
This
about
is
this.
what I said.
So if you land 100 punches to the head, right? You can't land 100 body shots. That what they, like what is going on here, man? What is
Make
going
it
on here?
make sense.
It don't look. So you telling me I gotta be counting in my head. Now,
Yeah,
okay, the bell. Okay,
yeah.
wait, he's right there. Oh, five, five, five. Okay, the bell ring.
This is what I
After,
mean. This is
oh
what I
my
said earlier
God,
in the
this is
party.
crazy.
So
This is
first of all, they are not rules; they are paragraphs.
crazy.
Why have I got a whole paragraph for a simple sentence?
Yeah, this is crazy, man.
And why am I doing maths in the middle of a boxing match?
And
And
the most killing part about this is it's so hypocritical because the ones that then made these rules, they can't even follow it themselves. They break the rules as well. So
because it's
And
dumb, bro.
Kirko, what did I say earlier in the party? I said that you've got a hard enough job fighting the person in front of you. Why am I there with a calculator counting the punches?
right, right.
Why am I doing that? I could be
But but
fighting
but I
someone in front of
understand the
me that's
reason
harder
though.
to
I
fight.
understand the reason. They
But
want an excuse. They
They
want an
all boo
excuse
boo.
to kick out good boxers. That's what they want. They you know what I'm saying? They make these impossible rules so people like me, Norton, White Iverson, Gotham, everybody in the fight factory, so they could gatekeep us and keep us up out of there. It's like it's set up. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, how can you have fun in a league that you
But
got to use a calculator in every fight?
look,
here's my
look,
question. Here's my question.
hold on, guys, hold on, because I don't want people to miss what we're saying right now. We're not bashing it, right? The
Definitely
thing is
not.
this, right? We want
No, no, not at all.
we got to be respectful for one. We want to be respectful, and I just want you guys to know we're not being disrespectful to that
Keep it
league.
100.
It's good
But
they've got a community together.
yeah, they got a community together, but it's toxic as hell, right? And you guys are gatekeeping us, and that's why we having this conversation because you know good damn well people like us who throwing a lot of punches are going to have a higher percentage. Period. If you're a spammer, your percentages ain't going to be high because people will figure out what you're doing. They're going to start blocking it, and then you're going to start seeing the other side boxing blocking level higher. But hold on, y'all. We're not even getting. We're not even 10, 20% into the rules yet. We gotta keep the thing focused on the rules. Marie, start right here at 80%. Please. Wait. There's more. Go ahead, Marie.
You said start with. I already read that. The body
Right
shots.
here. Yeah. So 80 body shots, right? So start off right here where it says max 80 body shots.
Okay. Meta and spam warning.
Uh
Three or
huh.
more. I read that already. You want me to read it again?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Body shots, 80% of total head punches. Example, 100 head punches, max 80 body. Meta and spam warning, three or more step in body jabs in a row, and repeated use of step in body jab mechanics. Risk DQ.
Now I gotta stop it right here,
Right.
Kirko, and I'm gonna let you guys talk too. But
Why am
first,
I
before
doing
y'all do,
some
I
Albert
gotta
Einstein
hold on,
formula?
Gotham. I can't allow this to go on no fucking more because I invited all of you guys to the Discord. I said, man, come on back here, Kirko. Come on back here, y'all. The UBL, the ESBL, all of this L shit, right? I'm like, y'all come back here, fight back here. We can fight for
Straight
days.
L is all it is.
You telling me if
Listen,
if I counter you back to back more than 3 times, I will be disqueued because you telling me you don't like the step in body jab, knowing that a leaping hook,
Skill gaps are real.
knowing
this
that.
place, this
Hold
place
on,
puts
y'all.
Albert
Hold on.
Einstein to
No,
shame. I'm telling.
listen. We have to make this make sense, Gotham. You got to let me just say this, right? Because high level players in this game know that if the counter window open, there's only a couple of things you can do. Period. It's either a stepping jab to the head, stepping jab to the body, leaping hook, or pull right straight leap punch. Am I correct?
I
So,
might have got to play with my control upside down. What is the
so
point?
so you know that the leaping hook is too slow to catch the counter. You know that right straight can catch the counter. It can, but the animation with that is so
Is it?
slow that they get back in their block system. So this is what I wanted. Hold on, Colonel, where you go? Hold on, I got you. Hold on, Crooks is in the building too.
Shout out
So
Crooks, man.
shout out
I'm sorry.
Crooks. Matter of fact, before I continue this, I want to say shout out to Crooks. Crooks was watching the game too. He said earlier he was gonna come in. So Crooks, right now we're talking about gatekeeping, right? And we're talking about what's been going on in the discords, right? Because there's only 2 discords that can be a part of these tournaments. Am I correct, Crooks?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, it's the UFL and the ESBL.
Okay, and the people who's not familiar with the UFL, this is right here, is the UFL league. So now we're talking about something, Crooks. I don't know if you're aware of the rules of the league. Are you aware of the league rules?
For which league?
Uh, the UFL.
Um, no, I'm not. I'm not like super familiar with it. I've heard
Okay,
them, but I'm
okay,
not
so
super familiar with them.
well, I'm glad that you're here then. I'm glad you're here because I want to see how you feel about this, man. And if y'all don't know who Crooks Great is, y'all sleeping under a rock. Period.
Respect to Crooks, for
Not
real.
he is to me, him
The
Fanatico
GOAT.
and him Fanatico and a couple of them. They started this when I'm talking about news, boxing undisputed news. They started it. Crooks is the up and coming all-star kid right now when it comes to that. But I'm gonna go into these rules. I want to see what you got to say about this, Brooks, because I see that. I watched your video and I was in the chat and I see that you was promoting it, and not a bad thing. And I'll help you. This ain't no ambush, or nothing. We don't do disrespect on this podcast. It's all love. So, but we just want to make sure that people understand the rules and what's going on before they jump into this, because we had an incident that happened. So let me do this. Let me do this right here, right? Marie, start to the top to rule 1, please.
Rule 1, body shot limit. Body shots, 80% of total head punches. Example, 100 head punches, max 80 body. Meta and spam warning. Three or more step in body jabs in a row and repeated use of step and body jab mechanics risk DQ. You want me to keep going?
no, let's stop right there real quick. Now let me talk to you real quick, Crooks. When you see this, right, and you see that they say body shot limits, right? Body shots, 80% of the total head punches. Example, 100 head punches max, 80 body punches, right? So if you're fighting, right, and I see you play, you mix it up. Would you, as a creative content and a person that's following this right here, will be able to stick to those rules, knowing the way that you play the game and how fluent you are in boxing?
Me personally, yeah.
So are you counting? Are you going to count every jab that you land to the head?
In terms of like, what do you mean?
Like, okay, when it's time to fight, your punch, you're gonna throw that lead, left, uppercut, hook, whatever, go down to the right, straight to the body. You actually have to count these punches, or it is a DQ. So when they say that 80% of that means a max to the body is a certain amount of numbers. So if you're a boxer that want to throw a jab to the head, left straight to the body, a jab to the head, left uppercut to the body, hook to the body, or whatever, that you got to limit yourself on how many you do, even if you're looking for the knockout. If that's something
I think more of what they're trying to get at is they're trying to create more of a sim feeling to it, and just have a guideline out there that, I mean, if it's in black and white, then people can't say that they don't know it. You know what I mean? But in terms of the like, if you have 80 head punches and you can only go the body 80 times, that's 180 punches in a round. Like that's are they talking about in general? Like
Show him the
in total?
scorecard of Kirko's fight, bro. I think it'll help it make sense a little better.
All right, let me do this for you. Real quick. I want you to see this, right?
What's up?
I want you to see this scorecard right here, right? When you see a scorecard like this, you know that somebody got their ass whooped, period. You're going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, somebody got whooped pretty bad. Especially when you see the 10-7 round. Somebody got dropped 3 times in that round. You know what I mean? Because when you see it 10-7 3 times, you see it 10-8 2 times, 10-1 1 time, somebody got knocked down, right? So let's go to the scorecards on that fight. Let me zoom it in a little bit. Can you guys see this pretty good? If not, I'll full screen it. Bam. Okay.
Yeah,
now let's talk about this, right? So when we're talking about meta fighting, we're talking about accurate fighting, punching, and we don't want to see too much spamming. When you look at these top numbers right here, the 44% and the 64%, right? Crooks, I've been watching your live streams when you go in there kicking ass on PS5. Are these numbers familiar to you on the total?
Yeah, they're for me they're a little high, but
okay.
The percentages, yeah.
Okay, so we know somebody got their ass kicked, right? 2 reasons why, right? The 44% and the 66%, and then we can look and see that somebody had 20% stamina, and the other person, and this looks like he probably had like damn near 50.
Yeah.
Maybe 60. You know what I mean? You can tell, right? So let's go down to the numbers, Crooks, because right now we're talking about the jabs, right? Jab body ratio, that's what we're talking about. When you see that a person threw 400, get your calculators out to the people who ain't good at math, because we got to make this make sense. When you see somebody threw 486 punches, right, and 212 of those punches was landed, right? And out of that 468 punches, 294 of those punches were jabs. That means that fighter, out of that 212 was landed, 192 of those punches were jabs. I mean, 294 out of that 484, 100 of those, something was jabs, right? That means that's a 194. Am I correct with the numbers? The two numbers, the 486, the 294 minus out of that 486, right? That's 194. Am I correct? Can't say I'm good. Y'all good? Or y'all think gonna let me do the math? Okay, forget y'all. Okay, whatever. All right. So out of the 212 punches was landed, right? 124 of those was jabs. So Crooks, so is that a rule breaker? When you're looking at when you see the rule breaker, because out of the 212, that means 88% of those 212, 88 of that was jabs, right? Okay, so then when we go over to the head body shots ratio, right? And I'm gonna tell you why we really focusing on this though, Crooks. because in order to be a part of these leagues that could be where the tournaments at, the big guys, to go out there with the tournaments and fight, you have to dumb your style down to be a part of one of these leagues, or you're not going to be able to go. And that's crazy because people actually have to dumb down their style to fit in, and that's where I think people are bumping heads at, because if you're telling people, hey, you can't spam, and they agree with that, but then you telling them, hey, when you beat somebody, you can't beat them too hard in the head, but you got to be a little soft in the body. You know, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see what you're getting at.
So when they get in, it's gatekeeping, bro, because it's like these guys that's on this panel right here, Crooks, are the number one fighters on Xbox. Kirko, a lot of these guys are in the top 20 right now on the leaderboards, bro. So when they're telling us we got to dumb down our style, or we're not even gonna be able to be a part of that. The only
They
thing
won't let us have no action in there because
they're not gonna let us in. So the only way we can be able to do it if we create something that hopefully a YouTuber be like, you know what, we want to sponsor you guys. We want to be with you guys. We see that you're not spamming, you're kicking ass, and you're playing the game a lot. That's what we're trying to get out. So Chris, please talk to me, right? In order to be a part of the tournament that's going on, what two leagues you got to be a part of?
The UFL and the ESBL.
And now I want to go back. And now you guys, we see the comments. We're going to hit the comments. So if you're in the comments, because my man right here said we're not gatekeeping, but I'm gonna tell you why I say that you are gatekeeping. But you're
up on the podcast, Crown.
I wouldn't say that they're gatekeeping. When you look at the rules, as in if you're trying to, you gotta the way I would look at it is like the people that are running the league. So obviously, in this case, would be Jay, right? Is seeing how they're gonna enforce it. If they're just guidelines to go by, then yeah, like this is where we kind of want to keep to prevent people from spamming body jabs, which in all realness, it's not entertaining to see. People don't want to see somebody be good at abusing one aspect of the game. What they're trying to do is they're trying to make the league very as sim based as possible, right?
Yeah.
And I know that there's only so much we could do about that because of the way that Undisputed is played right now,
Put our
and
rules up, Martin.
it's understandable. But at the same time, they're just trying to set guidelines going into it. That's like, hey, this is what we're going to be looking at. As long as you're not abusing the hell out of it to where the point where your opponent is going to be complaining about it, then I really don't think you're really going to have an issue, because they're trying to make it as visually appealing and as appealing to fans as possible. You feel what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say it's gatekeeping if you said guidelines.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but Crooks, it's gatekeeping, bro. Because if I tell you right now, Crooks, hey man, we got something beautiful going on. We're sponsored with EA. I mean, we're sponsored with Undisputed Steel City Act. All you guys got to do is join these two leagues, and you go in the leagues, right? I'm respectful. Kirko don't cuss. He don't say nothing to nobody in the leagues. And you get kicked out. Bro, they kicked me out for kicking ass. I don't argue with nobody and none of that. My name is Norton Black Solo. You know what I mean? I go into the Crown League. I was in there for a day. I said, "What's up, everybody?" The next day, I try to, hey, what's going on? I'm blocked. I'm like, yo, what the fuck did I do? I don't disrespect nobody. I play this game, bro. I got more fights than everybody on PlayStation and Xbox. I got over 2,000 something wins, right? I play this game. So, but when you're telling people, hey, you only can go into two different leagues, and you can be added in the tournament with that, bro, that's gatekeeping. And then you're telling the best players in the world that, hey, yeah, you can come play with us kids, but you can't kick our ball too hard. It's crazy as hell.
Well,
now, hold on, Prince, because you said something that made me want to say this, right? You said they're not gatekeeping because they want people to stick to the rules. Fine. You said we don't want people throwing too many certain punches because we want the fights to look good. Fine, we respect that, right? But what happens when you're at a high-paced fight, meaning, boom, catch counter, off the block? You said people are throwing body shots a lot. Where else are you going to hit somebody if they're blocking their head and they're running around the ring? Where are you going to hit them at? So, come on, we got to make this make sense, bro.
So I get exactly what you're saying, right? So and I didn't say that necessarily that they're making it so that people have to play by rules. They're just setting guidelines to try to prevent what they feel. And this is just from me speaking. This isn't some obviously that I talked to Jay about, right? But they're
Shout
just
out to
trying to set
JMA.
guidelines for people to kind of go by. And like I said before, like if you're in a back and forth fight, you're throwing a high volume amount of punches. It's it's not
You broke up. You broke up. Fritz, you breaking up a little bit, bro.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep, we hear you now.
Oh
You
yeah,
good.
yeah. My bad. I was getting a call.
That's all love.
No, yeah, they're just trying to kind of setting guidelines for people to go by. You know what I mean? And that's really at the end of the day what it is.
We
And
respect
it's not
that.
trying to dumb down people's play styles. And there even they added you can't throw more than 3 body jabs in a row because basically if you throw 3 moving body jabs, you've closed the distance on your opponent, and that's borderline spamming. You feel what I'm saying? So
But you
just
gotta see that
the
man.
goal is to try to make it as close to sim boxing as possible. Which, if you
Okay.
watch like Mickey Ward and Arturo Gotti, like they're just going back and forth, and like those
In
fights are
that war.
entertaining, so they're just gonna let those slide. You feel what I'm saying? So
Okay, hold on. Okay,
Can
let
I
me
ask a
say this. Let
question?
me say this. So I boxed in real life, bro. I really boxed in real life. So I know about boxing down to the core. Now listen, in the
Your mic. Your mic went out, Kirko.
Right. Okay.
can you hear
Yeah,
me?
your mic. Yeah, we can hear you now. You good.
All right. In the Bud and Canelo fight, this is just an example. Bud threw 534 punches all together
Yeah.
to Canelo 338. Now, when you guys say you trying to make it like Sim, not you guys, but when Lee's is trying to make it sim, how can you dial down somebody's volume when in real life these guys is throwing over 500 and something punches? You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really make sense. It's like y'all like the Lee's is kind of watering down the game. The
That's a
game is
fact.
being watered down.
mm,
Like you can't perform at your best because you got to worry about all these calculations and things like this. That's not sim boxing. Sim boxing is like real boxing. And real boxing, like you said, in high volume fights, it's going to be high volume punches. And like I said, the stats don't tell it all because you actually got to watch the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
that's a
got to
fact.
actually see the fight yourself. If you just look at the stats to the Bud and Canelo fight, you'll probably say if it was a game that Bud spammed when Bud fought technical as hell. You know what I'm saying? So do you see where it correlate? When I'm trying to make the example, when sim boxing and this like these rules, it don't correlate.
Yeah,
It's not really sim
not only that,
boxing.
they don't give you, they don't, and that's why I'm glad you came on the show, Crooks. And I don't want people to be like, yo, they came up here trying to interrogate you. And the thing
yeah.
is this, man, the Undisputed Pop Off Podcast is for everybody, creative content and everybody, high-ranking fighters, people who just playing the game to come up here and have these conversations respectfully. We ain't got to disrespect each other. But when we talk about high-paced players in this game, bro, when you see it's a difference between watching a high paced fighter than somebody who's trying to learn. It's a lot of disrespectful people in the community and that they gatekeep. So my thing is this, Crooks. If the only way people are going to be able to make it to the developers, to the tournaments and things like that, and you got to go through 2 leagues of people who's really trash outside of that circle, bro. That's called gatekeeping, bro. And I'm sorry that if you don't agree with me, you can disagree with me on that, and I respect that, and it's okay. But it's gatekeeping when you have high level fighters, like a lot of these guys right here on the panel who can't get in because they whooping ass. When you have somebody hurt on this game, there's only 2 things you can do, right? You can go low to the body, or you can go to the head. But if they're blocking, you got to hit what's open. So what I'm hearing people say is, hey, what you got to do is let them go ahead and run free after you win them, because we don't want you to go more than 3 times to the body, or we don't want you to go more than to the head. So we got to figure out a way to say, hey, okay, listen, this is how we're gonna cut spamming down. You can't throw the same hand over and over or something like that, because when you see the stats, it only say hooks, 200 hooks, 300 or something like that. But they don't never say it from the right hand or from the left hand, and that's what's making it hard to say, hey man, something's going on because you see somebody. It said this guy threw 294 hooks. This guy threw 235 jabs. That means he was countering his jab, but they're not gonna say, "Hey, he countered the jab with a hook," and that's bullshit, bro.
Yeah,
And
yeah. So
matter of fact,
correct.
hold on real quick. Marie, would you read this comment, please? Unmute your mic.
Not all rules are meant to make the game more sim. It's just to limit exploits. The hook rule is because a lot of hooks outreach jabs and straights.
I don't agree with that personally.
So here would be a good question for you to ask somebody. So somebody like Jay, right? Is how strictly are the rules going to be enforced?
I'm gonna show you how.
Are they just guidelines to go by in case of like a complaint or
Yeah.
something like that, or are they going to be strictly like, hey, you know what, this is how every single fight's going to go? Because
Well,
if they're
They
just
already
guidelines
kicked
to
him
kind of
out
go
of
by,
it.
then
well, you can ask Kirko. Matter of fact, Kirko, unmute your mic and talk. What league was you in, my brother?
ESBL.
And what league are you in that? Are you in that league still?
No, I got banned. I got banned because I didn't even get a warning or anything. I beat two people, and honestly, they wasn't even for the league or anything. It was just me in there trying to get two fights in. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna show you two Crooks. I want you to see what he's
So
talking about.
It was the scorecard we just looked at.
And not only that,
look,
I want to show you the conversation that led to that, Crooks. So this right here is what happened. Let me keep going up. Yeah, they were smashing
my
comments.
biggest thing when we talk about this, Crooks, is like it's so hypocritical to me that they make all these rules, and the fighters that been in this league, they don't even follow them themselves. They don't even follow the rules that they create. So when people like me come in there, you know what I'm saying, I'm throwing 66% in a 10 round fight. And I keep bringing up Bud and Canelo because if you just look at the stats, a casual will say Bud spammed. But if you actually watch the fight, Bud put on a masterclass performance.
Yeah, that's a
You know what I'm
fact.
saying? So you can't stats don't tell a fight. You actually gotta watch how somebody fight to try to say, oh, he cheesed this, he cheesed that. A lot of people in the undisputed community, they just go off what they see. They just go off what they see, and the first thing they say is cheese. Everybody that fight me, like Nap. Nap is a great known clean
Hey,
boxer in the league.
pause and read that
You know what
comment
I'm saying?
section
So
on him.
Nap knows how I box, and he called me a clean boxer. So it's just I don't know. It's just inevitable. They make impossible rules to follow. They don't give you
Read
chances.
that comment.
They don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't try to help you understand the game. They
brother.
just be like, oh, he's doing this. Get him out of here.
Hey, then
Simple as
not
that.
only that,
Okay.
the way they come together too, Crooks. Crooks, you fair, bro. That's why you up here having this conversation with us. But yo, the way they come together in there, I respect them. They're a strong team. But bro, they do a lot of bullshit. Marie, would you please read this comment right here that's on the screen? This is
How do you
BC.
how do you
But
not realize the way you all play is exploitive? There's a reason they didn't let you in the league. LMAO.
and
Well,
um and,
my
and he
my
talked
whole
about
thing
it.
is I got invited to the league respectfully,
And yeah,
and
and I got
like
invited
I
to the
said,
leagues too.
right, and like I said, it wasn't even a league fight. You know what I'm saying? I was just in there boxing just to get fights in. I didn't say this counted towards this or that or any of that. They made it like I was trying to fight for the league or any of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a respectful person. You know what I'm saying? The way the community attacks other leagues and other players for simply being
It's
better,
bullshit, man.
it's
It's
wild.
bullshit.
It's
Hey,
wild.
Marie, read
And I
these comments.
respect you, Crooks, for getting on this platform with us. I
Yeah,
do.
respect. Look at these comments, because I don't want people to
CBC
think we.
said
Yeah, go ahead.
Norton was chill AF the other day in VC LOL.
Yeah, and Crooks, this is my fight on the screen right here. So when people say rumors about how people fight, I kick ass, bro. So while we're talking, I'm gonna let this fight play in the background, man. You let me know if you see some bullshit. They go to this next comment. Go ahead, Reed.
Uh, like you don't see David and
Benavidez.
Fundora back
Uh-huh.
foot fighting and back jabbing. The rule set is to emulate the fighter chosen from players who will be drafted.
People, look,
Okay.
here's my thing about that,
Uh,
right?
Hold
the
on, hold on, hold on,
rules,
hold on. Let me get the comments.
the
Oh,
rule
there's no one.
set is to emulate how boxers actually box in real life.
Okay. Okay,
And,
hold on. I got one.
and I disagree with that.
Not all rules are meant to make the game. Oh, I read that
You
already.
read that one? Did you get
Yeah.
this one?
We look
How can you
to
say?
emulate the
Oh, I'm
sport as
sorry.
much as possible.
Now, when we talk about, and we got to be real now, right? I put this fight on the screen for a reason, Kirko, because when they talk about a fighter that's good and what fighters do, there's certain things you can do in this game, there's certain things you can't do. Shout out to Cruz. I was watching you live the other day, right? Everybody know that once you catch a counter, you back up and there's a 1 second counter window that you can go. You're not gonna do it with a hook. You're not gonna do it with a straight. The only way you can do it with an uppercut or a hook straight when you're close. When you're far distance, the step in jab is the best way to do it. If they're blocking the head, it's gonna be a body counter. If you do it to the head, the head, I mean, it's gonna be head counter. If you do it to the body, it's a body counter. So when you saying that you can't do it 3 times in a row, there's counter windows that you can open. So you're eliminating how many times a person can even counter somebody, bro. And look, my thing is this: like, if you're not good at the game, I respect that. But I'd rather have somebody say, hey, like, hey, just take it easy on me. Instead of you telling somebody, hey, they got to dumb down their skills to get there. And the only way to be a part of the tournament, if we come to these certain type of leagues where they say, hey, you only can throw 100 jabs, or you can, man, that's not fucking sim, bro. Why people keep saying that?
It's
That's
not
not sim,
sim.
bro.
That's not sim.
Simulation,
And I
sim means simulation, means as
exactly,
close as possible as the real thing. So
exactly.
that's crazy to me, man.
And people in the comments talking about the rules is made so you could emulate other boxers in real life. Do you not understand? Boxers in real life throw a high volume amount of punches, and honestly, in real life, they percentages be low as well. So you can't say this is a sim type of boxing league that you can only throw a certain amount of punches, and the punches I throw, I'm landing over 60% in the fight. That's pretty damn impressive if you ask me. If I seen your stats, Crooks, and you fought somebody and you was 66% and the guy was at 40%, I'd be like, damn, Crooks, whoop ass. You know what I'm saying? And the stats don't tell the fight, bro. It don't. It
So
never, you gotta actually watch how a person fight, and then you could judge that person off of that. You know what I'm saying? But even past that, if a person, even if a person don't understand the rules, help them out, give them chances. The community is so spread apart and divided. It's like we trying to be in the community because we good boxers, you know what I'm saying? But it's like when Norton say gatekeeping, it's because y'all don't give us chances to get in there. I'm not saying y'all as in you, I'm just saying y'all as in Discord and leagues. You know what I'm saying? We don't get the chance. We are so easily casted out, and that's why Xbox is the last to be on rise, because Xbox honestly got the best skill. We got
well,
the best
shout out
skill.
to Crown. Crown's in the building. He said this is for the Crown. I was kicked out of that. I was kicked out of that league, and all I said was hi. I was like, yo, hi, what's up, y'all? It's me, Norton Black, Pop Off Gaming. Kicked me out. I didn't disrespect nobody or nothing. I don't disrespect people for one. Now, Crooks, I got your video on the screen, so everybody that's watching, please make sure y'all go check out Crooks' video, man. I watch his live streams and everything like that. Riri is a testament to that. I watch this is where I get the juice from. I watch it. I see how they do it. If you watching his fights, he's not a low skill level fighter. You know what I mean? So he's understanding what I'm saying. But Crooks, if the way you play, bro, you're not even gonna be able to fit in the league then. Point blank. What you're doing, they're gonna say is not right, bro. The way you fight, the high paced way that you fight in this game, they're not gonna. You can't do what you just did right there, Crooks. I'm like, no, you
Right,
can't do it. So,
right,
Crooks, what I want to ask you is, how are you gonna be able to get in the tournament, bro? If you kicking ass like that, Crooks, and they
right.
telling you, hold on, Crooks, you can't do that. Like, what the hell?
But that's the point that I'm trying to make, though, and I feel like this is where the discrepancy is at. Okay, but you guys made a good point, right?
Okay.
There's only number one, the point that I'm trying to make. The first point is you can only do so much simulation boxing in a video game. There's things obviously, Kirko, you having boxed, right? There's just certain things you can't do in a game that you can do in real life. You can't in this game, unfortunately, we don't have clinching that could zap somebody's stamina. You know, you don't have certain maneuvers and moves that you could do in actual boxing.
Yeah.
So it can't be complete sim because there's only so much that we could do. And then
Fact.
number two, I feel like, and this is why I say like this is a question that you need to ask for the people that are going to be making the decisions. I feel like you guys are taking it literally, and they might not be judging it literally like you guys are thinking. They might be just guidelines that they're going by if they get a complaint. You feel what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I feel like you guys are taking it like straight up like this is what they're gonna do every fight. Which I understand that because it's written in black and white. But if you talk to them and they're like, hey, like what do you mean by this? Then they can maybe elaborate on like, hey, you know what? If we get a complaint or we see some type of spamming, then we're gonna run it through these rules to see if we're gonna disqualify you or maybe overturn the fight or something like that. You feel
And
what I'm
that's why I
saying?
respect you, Crooks. That's why I respect you because that they didn't give me that option. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not a guy that go in chats and just disrespect everybody. I fought twice in there and I asked I think his name was like No Mercy or
Oh.
something. I asked No Mercy how was I how could it like what was the reason that I was supposed to be DQ'd for? And he explained it or whatever. And then I said, okay, I understand. Woo, woo, woo. I still got banned though. You know what I'm saying? I still got banned. So that's why we say gatekeep because even when you know what I'm saying, we try to follow along with what's posted in the discords. It's just inevitable. You know what I'm saying? You guys, not you guys, but they still gonna kick us out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Regardless.
like right here, like this comment. I want to read this comment because I want to know. This man just posted on the board says, "Bro, it's not about anyone being disrespectful. Be honest. Why do you think they don't let you in the league? Because I whoop ass, bro. What do you mean, man? What do you mean? Like why would they let me in? You know why? I play this game for real, bro. A lot of these dudes be playing games like bullshit around. I don't bullshit the game. I whoop ass, bro. So you answer this question: why would they not let me in the league? Why would they kick me out of Crown? Why would they tell me that don't nobody want to? I go in there every day, Crooks. I kid you not. I'm like, yo, what's up? I want to fight. They won't even spar me. So it's like, man, what? When I say gatekeeping, that's what I mean when I say gatekeeping. Listen, y'all, the people who fight good, you don't want to be embarrassed. Certain people won't fight at all. And then you got a lot of people, and it's like four people, right? You might say something to somebody, and then all of a sudden it's 5, 10 other people piggybacking off of what that
Right.
person's saying
Right.
that to be disrespectful. They be like, hey, yo, let me get a fight. No, we don't want to fight you. You spam. Like, bro,
Right.
let's fight live then and let the viewers decide. You know what I mean? Okay, we're going to say no spamming. That means we're not going to throw 5 right straight over and over to your body and things like that. Man, Crooks, let me tell you what somebody said to me. They told me that I was counter spamming them. Hold on, Crooks, man. Crooks, the man told me that I was counter spamming him. And I said, how do you do that? He said, well, every time I swung and I missed, you count.
Well, let me tell you like this, man. And I'm
Okay,
gonna I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
okay.
I don't know who's going into being able to sign up. That's not really my area of expertise. I'm not a runner of the league. I'm just participating in it. You know what I mean? But I don't know. And everybody's individual circumstance is different. You know what I mean? Like certain
Look,
people have
Crooks,
reputations. Certain
look what he
people
just
have
said.
issues. I'm not sure.
Look what he just said. Crooks, my bad for cutting you up, but look what he said. He said, okay, you're just capping now. The way you play, it's
Can I just add something
hold
on
on,
that?
let Crooks finish real quick. Cause I cut him off. My bad. I didn't want the Crooks to see this. Like I never fought this dude right here, BC, but he's saying that. So if I tell him let's fight live right now, I'm gonna beat the hell out of him. Period. You know what I mean? And then let's see what it'll say then. You know what I mean? But he never seen that. I never played this guy before. He's saying this. So it's like that's gatekeeping. So now you don't even gotta fight me. Crooks, you can be like, well, hey, Norton, before I fight you, I just want to let you know, man, that all the explode, don't explain nothing. That's you know what I mean? That's crazy right there, bro. And then if I bring 5 other people with me, that's good. They're gonna be like, hey, shit, they were Norton, you know, they probably gonna do the same thing. So come on, man.
Right.
What is a new
Right.
group?
That's what we trying to say, bro.
What is a
That's
new group like
what we
this
trying to
supposed
say.
to, you know? They're gonna be like, yo, they with Norton. Come on, man, this is crazy, Crooks. And you know, I respect you and I brought you up. And to BC, you can come up. I put the link in the chat. If you want to come up and explain yourself, you know what I mean? It's all good. No, ain't nobody gonna disrespect you. We don't tolerate no cussing or nobody being aggressive and none of that because it's just a video game at the end of the day.
Right.
But we want to definitely showcase our talent in our league, which is the Fight Factory. And I think the only way we're gonna be accepted if we keep on pushing our movement the same way they push their movement, which is the UFL and the other league. So I think that's the only way. I mean, we could talk to Crooks 1,000 times, but Crooks got his own movement. You know what I mean? And the way he do his thing, he really don't need nobody because what he people gonna watch what he do regardless because his content is dope and he talks about what we want to see. But I like to go to his channel and watch this type of fighting right here. And the things that Crooks is doing, even in this video, they're gonna say that he can't do it. He can't double jab. He can't counter and then come around to the body and then counter and come around and do it again until they block. So it's like if you're stopping fighters from doing certain things, even though it's not training, but it fits the narrative to make you play to the point where somebody can come off and counter you and be better than you or look better than you. When really it's just a long, you're not even close to the opponent. So that right there, that jab to the body, overhand right counter power hook, you can't do it in that league.
Right.
So I
And
don't.
we do these podcasts.
Yeah,
We
I
make
don't want
these
to be a part.
podcasts. My fault, Norton. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I don't even want to be a part of that league. I don't even want to try to even fit into that. You know what I mean? Because the narrative is already set of hey, these guys are gonna do this. You see what this man said in the comment section. Norton didn't know, and I think at first what's so crazy is I put my fight up before I put your fight up. And I was kicking ass the same way you was kicking ass, but they said spamming and exploiting stuff. I'm supposed to exploit you. If you jab and I counter, I'm gonna make you pay. If you miss, I'm gonna make you pay. That's how boxing is, bro. It's hit not to be hit. If you miss, make them pay, bro. So I don't understand. I don't fit in with them dudes, you know, and I'm not supposed to. But in order for the Fight Factory League to be known and be able to go out to play with the devs at Undisputed, we gotta create our own thing and invite people in. So anybody want to come and join the league where we're not counting how many jabs to the head you throw? The only thing we say in this league is this: you cannot throw 5 punches back to back over and over with the same hand to the certain part. You can't do it. We're not allowing that. You can't do it.
Show
Bro.
them the rules, Norton. Show them the rules. And
Agree.
Fight Factory, we got the biggest player base on Xbox. It's no other league that got as many fighters as we got on Xbox. I'm not talking
That's
about
top
PS5 or
100.
PC. We are the biggest league on Xbox, hands down.
And we're talking about top 100 too, Kirk. We got to keep on pushing that to them because people say, "Hey, rank don't mean nothing." No, rank don't mean nothing to you because you suck. Now, the rules. Marie, unmute your mic and read these rules out because I want to see what we got to put this information out there real quick.
The rules of
Talk to the top.
engagement. Every participant must choose 2 fighters with different overalls. The 2 fighters you choose will be the fighters you will use all week, so choose precisely. First fighter has to be a 86 overall or above. Second fighter has to be 85 overall or below. You cannot use the same fighter twice in the same day.
Mm.
Keep it clean, no cheating, no spamming, and please try not to be a runner. You get extra points for a KO, so try to get it. The KO can help your fight total at the end of the week.
Now listen, yo. I'm just letting y'all know this right now, and I want to make it clear. We're not trying to fit in, man. We're trying to fit out. So y'all can keep all of that, whatever. I guarantee you this, and this is my word. We're gonna keep pushing this Fight Factory. We're not gatekeeping nobody. Everybody is welcome to come. You cannot spam one hand over and over and over again. We cannot do it. Period. I'm sorry. You are welcome to join our league, but I want to show y'all live how I feel. because I don't want people to be like, yo, man, they're up there, they're complaining. No, we don't complain. You guys are complaining. That's why we got to do this right here that we're doing right now. I want to show you. I want to go to this league.
And I guess that's something.
Hold on, real quick. Before you do that, I want to leave your server. We don't want to be a part of what y'all doing. None of these leagues, the UFL, we don't want to play with y'all. We're gonna take our ball. We're gonna start something new. The UBS, whatever that is, we getting up out of there too. So, the new movement that we're pushing and that we want to show love to is the Fight Factory. And he said, is there another league already called Fight Factory? Yeah, it's our league, Fight Factory. There is a league like that. As a matter of fact, this man right here said that. Yeah, Fight Factory, that's us. Top players on here. We're not gonna tell people they can't how to play. There's certain things you just can't do. You can't cheat.
And this is why we the most successful league on Xbox, because everybody are welcome. Everybody could come in. It's different styles. Everybody in our league got different styles. Nobody is limited. We don't have no punches, limitations, or anything. We just ask, don't spam, don't run. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. That's what he said though. Hold on, Kirk. He said define spamming and running.
No, running, that's easy.
Well, spamming and running is this, right? If I counter you, foul, and you in that little daze, and if I throw 5 straight right hooks to your body or to your head, that's spamming. Running is when you hit somebody, bam, bam, and you run to the other side of the ring, and you make them chase you. When they get there, you run to the other side and make them chase you without throwing no punch. You just trying to win off a tag game. You can't do that. You can fight and move, but you can't just hit, bam, 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 and then stand there and look. And then when they get close, you run and make them look again until the round's over. We don't let you do that. You gotta mix it up. Cut off the ring, try to fight or something like that. But that's what he mean by when he say that, man. You know what he mean. You a bot, you know.
Right, but league's supposed to make boxers better. These leagues in the Discord, no disrespect, but it don't make the fighter better. It really limit everybody's skills. It's probably a lot of boxers in the league that can be cold. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in that league probably can be better than what they is, but it's the limitations that just limit skills.
And y'all want to fit in. Y'all want to fit into that is bullshit. Hey, yo, BC, I don't know who you are, but bro, that's bullshit, man. And yeah, he said that's just boxing. Yeah, that's boxing. But boxers don't hit you, pop, pop, and then sit back at the ring and just wait. That's not boxing, bro. Quit playing. That's running. But you know what? In our league, we go ahead and try to do that. I bet you don't win. I bet you money you don't win. And matter of fact, we don't just talk. Like when you go into them other leagues, they just talk. I tell you what, BCW. If you got Xbox or PlayStation, put your gamer tag out there, and I have one of these boys beat you live on the air, and we can do it like that. But other than that, we don't argue, we don't disrespect or nothing. So if anybody that's watching this live, be like, hold on, what's this Fight Factory thing about? Challenge us, and we got PlayStations, we got Xboxes, and we're gonna see what's up. What's going on, man? Who just jumped in?
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on,
Robert
man?
Robert H, AK, Black Rob.
Black Rob, now listen. Now let's have a conversation, right? Have me and you ever fought before?
Nah. We was in the VC the other day when you was fighting him.
How did that fight go?
I was fighting myself. I didn't watch.
Oh, what did they say happened at the end of that fight?
I don't know. Y'all was just clowning more than anything.
I was masked, man. That's what happened. You know what I mean?
But what I wanted to say is, like, the Crown, UFL, and ESBL, they really don't have nothing to do with each other. They're just platforms to get into Crown. The rules of UFL and ESBL may not be the same as Crown. There's no rules in Crown yet, and you don't have to compete. You don't have to compete you don't have to compete in ESBL or UFL to get into Crown. It's just a place to sign up.
Well, look, I'm going to show you something. And shout out to my man, Crooks. He was up here earlier, showing love. But my man Crooks ain't got to fit in neither, man. Crooks, I hope you, hey, yo, man, Crooks, please don't try to fit in with them dudes, bro. It's going to be bad look, bro. They disrespectful, man. You got to, your movement is dope. You don't need them. They need you, bro.
Right. Fight Factory is here to make, we here to stand out. It's not here to fit in. We're here to stand out.
Is Fight Factory new?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bro, there's already a league called Fight Factory. It's been around like a year.
Where
Who's
they
the
at right
host
now?
of it?
You want me to send you the link?
Yeah, please do it real quick. Do it live because I like to do it live. While you doing that, I want to do this. I wanna post this video right here. I want to show my respects to Crooks, for even taking out time jumping on this panel. And no, we wasn't arguing with Crooks. And yes, Crooks is a man of his words. He said what he said. He meant what he said, and we respect that. But
Yo, what's good, Armo?
this is
Yo,
Crooks
what's
right
good, Burger
here,
Man? What's good,
and we
Evidence
about
and
to make
Things
an
B?
announcement.
Once, James Cook to get a TD. Okay, I got you. Sidestep, counter.
Hold on, so that means he did it right here. We about to make an announcement.
So if you guys want to get better at the Jay had told me something about how big the teams are going to be, but all 10 captains will have their teams, and then from week to week we'll be doing challenges. So if you guys want to get better at the game and you guys want to link up with content creators and stuff like that, and you guys haven't signed up, there's sign up links in the UFL Discord. There's sign-ups in the ESBL Discord because
And what that means is if you're banned, like Kirkle is, from one of them discords, you can't be in it. Now we don't want to, man. We ain't messing with none of y'all, man, for real. And we're not messing with none of them leagues, man. Shout out to JMMA, man. I respect you. You came on the panel. You always show love. You dope as hell. I fuck with you. Shout out to Proxy. Shout out to all the YouTubers, man. But man, we need y'all help with us too. You know what I mean? If y'all gonna sponsor a league, why not sponsor the Fight Factory? And come show some love with us, man, because we play the game too, and we really play. So man, I want to reach out to Crooks, JMMA, and let them know, like, bro, man, don't let them close the door on us because that's what they got going over there. Man, we got something going on over here, and the only way that we can get their attention, y'all, is we stay consistent. Shout out to
Right, and it's
everybody,
successful.
shout out to everybody in the Undisputed League. The people behind the scenes that really rock with the pop off gaming, and they loving our podcast and things like that, and they asking for the link. We don't mean no disrespect, and we're not calling nobody out, but with these type of rules in the league, it make the game horrible, man. Period. You can't tell a good fighter how to fight. Oh my bad, Crooks is back in the stage too. I'm sorry, Crooks. I didn't see you, bro, until just now. I don't know if you just joined back in. Did you just join back in, Crooks?
yeah, I did.
Okay, yeah. So, Crooks, man, while you up here, I want to reach my hand out and say, hey, bro, we're gonna need your help. And if you ever need us for anything, man, for information wise, come on the panel. Tell people what's going on. I'd love to share your videos and put the information out there. This is the Pop Off, the Undisputed Pop Off Podcast. We're the first ones that really just doing this, where we talk about topics. We had a couple of topics too earlier, and I don't know how I want to, if you want to go over a couple of them. But one of the topics was about the EA buyout and what does this mean about the future of gaming, boxing games. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're not. I hope don't nobody take this wrong way that we're bashing them. But I'm just saying, like, yo, listen, we have to have more options. They didn't make this game to be limited of what you do. Now, you can take something beautiful and somebody who don't know how to play it, they can make it look bad. We respect and agree to that. But for the people who don't want to follow what they're doing over there, please come join us, man. Ain't no bullying. Ain't no, if I say something to you, Kirko and White Iverson ain't going to jump down your throat. You know what I mean?
Right.
All we want to do is fight, bro.
We got 30 plus fighters in our league, and we don't have this many fighters for no reason. So we having success over here on Xbox. Norton got the most successful platform podcast. We having success. You know what I'm saying? So we just standing out. We
want to invite you. We want to invite you to the live. So every weekend they have championship fights. So they're fighting, and whoever the last two stand, they'll fight for the belt. They'll fight for that. We actually getting a real life belt made too, Crooks. So we want to make this thing good. I'm not just no basic bullshit stuff. You know what I mean? We want the production want to be good. We want to do the editing want to be good. So we really put some work behind this thing. So Crooks, man, we're gonna need somebody like you, bro. And I don't think you need nobody else, to be honest with you, bro. What you're doing right now is you're gonna take off anyway. But that's the way you hit. You're in your own lane. I told JMMA the same thing. You're in your own lane. You really don't need too many people. But bro, we're gonna need somebody like you, bro, to come on the platform So, you know what I mean? Let the people know what we're doing, man. We ain't bullying nobody. We just want to have some good fights. We don't want to argue over somebody's mamas. We don't want to tell no jokes. We just want some good competition. That's it, bro.
Right. And we want people with their own minds and their own thoughts. It's
Yeah,
a lot of people in the Discord that don't got that, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but they don't think for themselves. We want people that, got your own thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Be creative, which y'all are. That's why we got you guys on the podcast, because we feel like y'all are your own person. You know what I'm saying?
So, Chris, do you wanna let everybody know where to catch your channel at and things like that? While you talking, I can put your information underneath too.
This primarily on my YouTube, man. That's pretty much it. Just Cooks the Great, what you guys have up on the screen right there. Uh, I'm on Discord. I got X and stuff like that, but wherever I'm at, I try to respond, as quickly as I possibly can. I got a lot of shit going on, especially like it's my bad. I got a lot of stuff going on with obviously with the league, then with the update, or with the new game dropping, or the championship edition of the game dropping. I'm getting a whole bunch of information. So I'm gonna be super busy, but just be patient
Well,
with me. I'll get back to you when I can.
well, we want to help you out, man. We want to take a little load off of your back. So, whenever you're ready to put that video out, please let us know what the Fight Factory in the Pop Off Podcast to do is. We will actually do a showing on your video. So whenever you go live or something, we'll recap it for you. Put it out there. Share that link out, man, and get it going. Because we wanted to show you, like, yo, listen, man, we here too. We got an audience too. Shout out to everybody that's watching right now. We really appreciate you guys for doing that. Please make sure y'all hit the link, Crooks. And y'all gotta watch his videos too, y'all. It ain't what you think it is. It's one of those videos where you be happy to see, like, oh shit, what's next? And I'm gonna go down this channel to show y'all, hey yo, he got some content. His lives, his videos. And when you see a Crooks video, you know you get some new information. Crooks,
You don't get any blood coming from the mouth.
let's talk about this right here, because I heard you say, yo, they don't got really no blood coming out the mouth and things like this on this video right here, right, Crooks? So, one of the topics that we had today was about EA Sports. What does that mean for new boxing games? Yo, what about this game right here, Chris? What? You excited about this game right here? Like, how long you been knowing about this game right here, man?
Well, this one that's up on the screen.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what is it, man, dude? I forgot the name of it right now.
I think somebody put it in the chat. Hold on. They said the name of this game is called Tell of the Tape.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Tail of the Tape. I mean, it looks from the standpoint, it's not as smooth. Like the footwork isn't as smooth as what obviously Undisputed is, and
Yeah.
it has it's gonna be made from an indie company. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So there's only so much that they could do. So stacking it up to a game like Undisputed, it's not gonna do well. You feel what I'm saying?
Undisputed was
But
indie at first too, though, wasn't it?
huh? Yeah. But then
Yeah.
they got the funding from Turkey.
Oh,
So
we got to talk about that.
yeah, so then that kind of goes into it, but really I'm just happy to see that boxing games are actually making a comeback, even though if they're like little indie ones like that, they're nice to be able to play until we get either Undisputed 2 or we get another Fight Night or something like that.
Well, let's go back to what you said about Turkey. It is rumored, or is it are official now, that he is one of the people partnered to spend the 55 billion for EA. Am I correct?
Is he partnered with it? I'm not sure if he actually himself is partnered with it or not.
But shout out to Fanatico, and shout out to Showbiz the Adult. Showed that he is under the letter of being a stakeholder in the people who spent that money. And I wanted I'm glad that you're here, because I want to ask you this question, because me and Kirkland were talking about it earlier. Is that a conflict of interest for you to help one game and then turn around and put money into a whole another game?
No, I wouldn't say so, because if you guys remember, I made a video I'd probably say probably about a month ago, that was saying that Turkey was basically funding another game
Yes.
that was made by the creator of Street Fighter. So I mean, he could do whatever he wants with his money, bro. To be quite
Facts.
honest with you, when you have the type of money that he has, you know what I mean? Like there really is no conflict of interest because that only works if you're trying to make gain. But I don't think
Yeah,
really
fact.
with making a game, he's trying to make gain like that.
And you know, I kind of respect it too. I kind of respect it because it's like, yo, this dude really love boxing. And man, listen, we haven't had a boxing game since 2011, bro. So when I hear this news, I don't feel no type of way because, Chris, how long you been doing YouTube for with the boxing part? How long you been doing that for? For just boxing? Is it a while?
Probably for doing boxing since Undisputed came out. So literally, I started making Undisputed content on my channel in 2023. But then I really started pushing heavy when it released on console.
Yeah, that was dope. Oh, what do you mainly play on? PlayStation, Xbox? Where you at?
Me?
Yeah. What system you on?
I'm on PlayStation.
Okay, cool. Did you come to the Fight Night community? Fight Night community, right? Were you a Fight Night fan? What was the last Fight Night champion, right? Was you a Fight Night champion fan of Crooks? We can't hear you. Your mic.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played Fight Night Champion.
Okay, now look, Crooks, I came from Fight Night Round 3, online, the first online zone. That's like 2006, 2005, right? Were you there between the separation of round 3 and round 4?
I was young.
Okay. Yeah, because I was just telling you, I wish you, man, Crooks, you know, if you can go back and show the people, bro, I think it'll really mess their head up, the difference between Fight Night Round 3 to Fight Night Round 4, the champions. Because it was two different companies, you know, EA Canada and then EA Chicago, you know what I mean, which you made the Def Jam games from back in the day. So, man, that would be dope, man, because I think a lot of the younger boxing fans, the younger boxing generation, video game fans, they really don't know about that. You know what I mean? So to show them that, it'd be dope. Before we leave, we had that last topic, Kirko, and I don't know if you wanted to start it. This one was about the update, October 21st. And shout out to Crooks, he's in the building. He's gonna be going over that when it drops. So his content is gonna be coming out like crazy. So whenever we podcast, we're definitely gonna highlight that too, Crooks. So, what do you guys want to see in the new update? Is it make it or break it with Undisputed with this update, Crooks? Do you think if they don't do it right with this update, do you think it's basically over? With meaning will Undisputed still have the fans behind them if they don't do it right with this update? Well, how do you feel about that?
Well, I feel like
this
update. Let me keep it a buck with you.
Is it a make it or break it update for Undisputed?
No. I don't think it's a make it or break it update because I feel like can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
I don't know what just happened. Hold on, let me stop it. Let me stop sharing. All right.
You good?
We're having some difficulties with this thing. I don't know what's going on.
Norton, can you hear me?
I got you back up, Crooks. Crooks, you back up?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, your mic is going out, Crooks.
Is it going out? Yo, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, I hear him good. I hear him good.
Okay. So you asked me about the championship edition? Is that what he asked me about, Kirko?
Yeah, I think he having technical difficulties over there. But yeah, I hear you perfectly fine, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll come back in. Because his audio been going out all day today. You good?
Back in?
I don't think so.
Hold on. Let me type in the chat.
He said you got to change the name. There's already one. Yo, I can't hear anything. You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't hear, man. I don't know what's going on.
I think he got his Xbox mic on.
Yeah, I can't hear. I tell you what. He said his mic ain't working. My mic ain't working either. But if y'all can hear me right now, Kirko, say something. Let me see if you can say something, Kirko.
Yeah, I can hear you, Norton.
All right, we got to end the show. When I end this show, you guys don't leave. Just stay right here. I'm gonna bring everybody back in. So I'm about to end the show right now, y'all. Thank y'all for watching the podcast. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on. We having technical difficulties, but we will be live this week. So we definitely gonna be back. Shout out to Crooks for jumping in. Shout out to all the leagues out there. I hope y'all don't take it what we said was disrespectful. You know what I mean? You guys got to do your own thing. We understand that, but we're gonna do our own thing, and we're gonna push our line, which is Fight Factory. So anybody who want to be a part of the Fight Factory, man, reach out to any one of these brothers that's on the panel, and we're gonna work it out. Crooks, man, thank you so much for joining, bro. We got your back too, bro. We out, y'all.
Guys who are in our circle, like, we're not just regular Fight Night players and Undisputed players. Like, we were the best in the world at this game online. Like, people don't know that about me. People don't know that, like, that I actually played this game at the highest level online, and I'm a real boxing guy, right? So